Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be, and welcome to Ironkeep Chronicles. I am Dungeon Master J Africa, and thank you very much for joining us in tonight's session. Let's see, we've got a special guest in the party tonight, so let's do a round of introductions. To my right, your left, we have Mr. Eric Reichert.
Ow, ow, ow!
And Eric, tell us who you're playing today.
Hi, I am playing Alton Newberry, the half-elf fighter who now has a pipe.
Wow.
Distinguishing.
Yeah.
It's not magical, it's just
A
slowly
normal
killing
pipe.
him.
This is really, really dashing.
That's kind of magical.
Yeah.
He was plenty dashing already. And next to Eric here, we have Havana Mahoney.
Hi guys, how's it
Havana,
going?
why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah, I play Strum Thrum, a Kenku bard. The special gift she got last time was a little yellow ribbon that was told to her if she untied the knot that help would come. So we'll see how that comes into play.
Okay, yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Tom, I'm going to leave that to you. Okay, I'm kidding. Let's see. On the seat to my left, your right, normally it is filled by Amy Vorpal. She is unfortunately, fortunately for her, she is adventuring elsewhere tonight. So we have today Christina Ariel.
Hi, not Amy.
And Christina, why don't you tell us about the character that you will be playing tonight?
I'm going to be playing Rora, who is an awakened saber-toothed tiger. So, roar. Regardless, we're going to have so much fun.
Were you saying roar regardless earlier?
Yes.
I did not catch that at all. I thought you were just
missed it.
loving the word regardless tonight. I thought it was just the word of the night.
No, I just really like that name a lot.
It's really
fun to say.
It's a good
And it's a great joke segue.
And we will see what Roar, what part Roar will play with the party tonight. Last but not least, we have Mr. Kyle Caps.
Hello!
Returning once again from his last week's absence.
It's true, yeah, I was,
Why do you keep leaving us?
it was first time. And it was a very good reason. But yeah, I am playing Jorvin, the Forest Gnome Ranger. And last session, my special thing was that I wasn't outright killed by Tom for being absent. So, bully to me.
Win-win.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried.
So,
Havana was like, no, I should roll for Jorvin.
Yeah.
You roll like crap.
I did demand I roll for you. I did demand I roll
Thank you.
yeah, Tom's
Oh my
rolling
God.
like 3s and 4s and
I got
all that
really
fun stuff.
irate. I got pretty pissed.
So yeah, the missing member of the party, played by Amy normally, is a Goliath named Lowstorm. And tell you what, why don't we launch into the recap? So last week, the party parlayed with the Green Treader elves. They were crossing through this very xenophobic elf clan's territory through the Ironwood on their way to find a druid named Derwith. The elves asked the party to help them take down a creature known as the Waste Lady, and she ended up being one cruel creature indeed. During the combat with the Waste Lady and her stone minions, Lowstorm was struck, and she started petrifying. Fortunately, everybody else was able to overcome these opponents, and the Green Treader elves were so grateful that the party was inducted into the Green Treader clan. The Green Treader elves guided the party through the woods to the border of their territory adjacent to Derwith's own territory. And when the scene faded to black last session, they were standing in front of a giant sequoia tree covered with owls. And these owls just staring down, just dozens and dozens of these owls that they know to be Derwith's eyes and ears, looking down at everyone. Just sort of blankly staring at everybody as they stand there after their parley with the Green Treader elves. So, the scene unfolds.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
When was, at what point was Lowstorm hit with the petrification?
Towards the end of the fight, she was...
Okay.
Yeah.
So then while she was being petrified, she was also getting a tattoo from the elves.
Yeah, it was.
He explained it.
Okay. I was just trying to get that image in my head where she's like, it's slowly creeping up. She's like, no, but retouch here.
Yeah.
You know?
He explained that as they did it, she didn't feel it.
And it took like way longer than it should have because they were having to like really grind it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Which from a tattoo standpoint is really going to cause some spreadage down the line.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I know. I have bad tattoos.
But magic.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I was mentally imagining, or I was imagining the scene appropriately. Okay, good. Okay, well, yeah, you know, I think it's on brand to Lowstorm's what Lowstorm does and what she's all about. So
Sure.
Breaking the rules.
Yeah, that's it.
Doing stuff hard.
So,
stuff hard.
you stand in front of this tree, Al staring down, and you know that if you just continue further down, there's this trail that cuts past it. You will eventually approach Derwith's territory. Though, from what the Green Trouters had mentioned, as you were traveling to this point, there is a bit of a walk that you will be. You know, there's still some distance that you have to travel. Does anybody have anything, you know, any observations they'd like to make, or anything they'd like to do in at this tree with these owls staring down at you?
Can I would like to attempt to put out my arm for one of the owls. Like I was trying to.
Well,
talk.
I'm offended.
You hop onto his arm, and you're like instinctively just.
We're literally the same size.
You just.
I will not. I mean, I will try. Yes.
You extend an arm. The owls nearest you react by pulling back a little bit. But they don't do anything. They continue to just stare down at you.
Okay, I will, I'm gonna cast, where is that? I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to, you know, say, like, it's fine, I only have a few questions.
Okay, one of the owls, they when you speak with them, they all look at each other as if consulting one another. And then one of the smaller owls flies over to your arm and lights on your forearm.
Excellent. So, yeah, I do. I don't know if, like, when I speak, does it just auto-translate to them, or I'm like, hoo, 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 hoo. You know, just mechanically.
How would you like your Speak with Animals to be?
Yeah, no, I like I want to seem like a total crazy person to everybody else.
Sure.
You know, so so I'm conversing with the
I
owl.
imagine it makes some sense to me.
That common.
You're like, oh, that's the
experience.
northern dialect.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Heavy accent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a TARDIS translation matrix.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
You're like, his accent is atrocious.
Wow, really bad.
You're hooting at. You're hooting.
Cringe-worthy.
Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, I was like, thank you for the welcome party. Would you be able to direct us towards Derwith?
The owl turns to you and says, "Who are you?"
Oh my god, stop. No, he doesn't. So cute.
And then all the other owls kind of charm. Who?
I am Jorvin of the Grey Cloaks to the south. We are looking for Derwith. We have a gift and some questions.
Okay, when you mention Derwith's name, the owl ruffles.
Ooh.
And then
In like a worried way, or in like an angry way?
Yeah, in sort of an anxious way.
Okay.
It lifts itself up off your arm back to the tree, and you see them all kind of conferring with one another again. And the owls say, "Oh, we have not heard from Derwith in some time."
Ooh, that's surprising.
Well, I thought you guys were best friends.
All of the owls nod in agreement. We are.
Oh, that's nice.
And then, from closer, I mean much closer than you anticipate, you hear this, "I'm not feeling so good. Go, help, and you turn. And you see Lowstorm is beginning to stone up much more.
Oh God, no, my best friend.
I'm worthy.
Lowstorm.
Her eyes grow wide. I'm worthy, and she's trying to reassure herself. I am worthy. And she just completely petrifies.
I give her a pat on the knee and I say, "You're worthy, Lowstorm. You're definitely worthy."
And when the owls see this, they all kind of react as if disturbed. And when you pat her on the knee, a little layer of dust just goes poof.
Oh, This is very saddening.
Yeah.
Well, is she okay?
Yes, she's totally... No, she's not great.
No.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
I'm pretty sure she's a statue now.
Yes.
I don't know as much about magic as the two of you, but can someone unstatue?
I turn back to the owl like...
Well, I mean, you all know, the Green Charters did mention, you all know that Derwith will, he's a great enough druid that he will have the ability to hopefully unpetrify Lowstorm.
Yes.
With me,
De-stonify.
sends a reroll to Christina. Welcome.
Ooh.
Okay, those allow you to re-roll a d20 roll. They let you roll any die, right? They let you re-roll any die. So if you wanted to re-roll damage,
Just d20s.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Not damage.
and it's different from inspiration too. So you can receive inspiration, you can have advantage, disadvantage. You can re-roll disadvantage and advantage if you wanted to.
Roar.
Yeah, in character. I love it.
Oh my god, just a game of noise. Just 3 hours of animal noise. Can we make it happen?
That's Wednesday nights normally.
So you have
Like after you leave here?
a statue. I don't know a statue. That's the midnight stream.
Yeah.
It's midnight, Kyle.
Patreon backers only.
I'm too pure for this table.
Saving throw after
Patreon
dark.
backwards over 18. So
NS.
you have
NS. FW. Is that how? Not safe for work. Okay.
you have a
Not for safe work.
there you go. I love it. Yeah, I actually do. Anyway, so you have a statue of a friend right now.
I actually do.
Well, I don't. Normally, if there's something heavy, we have Lowstorm pick it up.
Right.
I don't think even with our combined strength we could lift a petrified Lowstorm. Can you, tell your feathered friends to watch her? Or I guess I don't know.
What if they all work together to carry her?
What if they drop her?
She's stoned.
Why would
She
they
was.
do that?
Well, not on purpose, but she's quite heavy.
I don't know if the owls are able to do that. So I turn back to the owls and I say, please take this new perch as a gift for you and just watch over it for a little while. It's my best friend. You need to be very careful.
The owls.
And that's out of the norm for her? Like for birds and, for you.
What happens after
She's
you
got
go
the
to
height,
bed?
right?
I don't understand.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you when you're older.
The owls hoot and react to that. It seems like they don't exactly understand what's going on with Lowstorm. So several of them
Hey, we just
cautiously do
met
this
you.
little...
Take care of our petrified
Exactly. Several of them do this little flyover. And they observe the statue. Nothing bad seems to happen. They approach cautiously, and eventually a number of them, like maybe about 3 or 4 of them, just perch on Lowstorm's figure. And then you hear and Jorvin, you hear the owls say, "The Great One approaches. The Great One approaches." And they all flutter up into the upper reaches of the canopy above.
So they didn't even stay on it. I didn't want to say this, but I hear owls are significantly stupider than most birds.
Shut up about my new friends.
I mean, but technically that's true.
And as one owl flies up, it kind of just drops one on Lowstorm's head.
Drops one what?
Well, it's a mixture because they have cloacas.
Sure, right. Yes, exactly. Slinking through the foliage.
I don't like slinking things.
You
I
hear
do like slinkies though.
a large figure making its way through the brush. And turning its way, you see a feline figure, a large feline figure, break through the bushes. And in we see strides Roar. Now, mind you, you are awakened, so you can speak and all that fun stuff.
I know.
You can like
yeah.
minimize that too if you like.
But I still have speak with animals up.
Oh,
and
sure.
I do that like incredibly rude. Like just where I'm trying to communicate
Tourist
to
thing?
you. Yeah. Or I speak too loud and too slow. I'm like, I am Jorvin of the Southern Wood, and you are.
Regardless, but like, why? Why are you yelling at me? Like yell talking? It's really rude.
You talk too. I'm quite sorry.
You could have asked that before you like talked down to me.
Well, technically you're taller than me, so I'm talking up.
You're
Jordan,
Hello.
I don't think this is. I don't know if this is the time for that kind of fun.
Strum has scrambled up on top of the petrified Storm. And it's just
Afraid
like,
of the cat. The cat.
Who's your tasty friend?
Oh, that's Strum.
I'm not tasty.
Oh, yes. Our untasty friend is Strum.
I have hollow bones.
Yeah.
Hi, tasty. Regardless.
Tasty regardless of my hollow bones?
No, regardless.
I think that's
What's
her
happening?
name.
Oh. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, that's me.
Are you just here to eat my friend? Because I'll be honest, I can't let that happen.
Good.
Like,
I'm not gonna let some random cat eat you.
I'm not like a random cat. Like, I'm a very, very important companion to a very important person named Derwith. So, like, it's just like life, right?
Derwith.
Oh.
We
We
seek Derwith, the druid.
Oh, he's a stump.
Oh.
Sorry, what?
So, like, it's like been really crazy around here, and there's like gnolls, and they're like all in our territory, and it's like concerned, and like, okay, so there's all this stuff going on, and like 10 days ago, there's like this crazy boom, like this bash, and like Derwith was going nuts and like making everything a mess, and then like one day, like, he's in the woods. He's got, like, this thing. He's, like, owl, and he, like, has sight and stuff. Like, owl sight. And, like, yeah, he did this ritual, and now he's a stump. Like, a tree stump.
He's a stump?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, he's, like,
that
a little...
seems to
You
be
can,
going
like,
around.
sit on him, like, if you need a chair, but, like, you shouldn't, because he's a person thing.
And I'm sorry, but I don't know much about... talking sentient cats. Do you have the ability to unstumpify him, or?
Like, I don't do magic.
Okay.
I, like,
You just talk. You're just a...
I feel like that's a really big deal for, like, a saber-toothed tiger to talk to you. So, like...
I'm impressed.
Did you used
really
to be
excited.
like how Derwith turned into a stump? Were you another form before you were a saber-toothed tiger? Or?
Why would I, like, need to be something else? Like, I'm
I'm
just a really
I'm
fucking
just
cool
asking
tiger.
questions. It's not. I'm not trying to. Yeah, no. I'm
I'm just a really cool tiger.
Look, and I love cats. I'm in.
I'm not a cat. Like, I'm a, like, technically...
You're a large...
I'm, like, a beast.
saber-toothed tiger.
Whatever.
A
Okay, so
beast.
anyway, yeah, he's a stump.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna fix Lowstorm if Derwith, the only person who can fix her, is a stump?
Did he have like a bunch of books lying around, like how to unpetrify Goliaths for dummies or something of that nature?
Oh, right.
No.
What about that book?
When he did, were you there for the ritual? When he did the ritual?
Like, not really, but I think Turin was there.
Who's that?
Well, like, Turin's, like, his other friend. He's alright, but he's, like, he's super smart, but he's, like, super, like, obnoxious about it.
I'm super obnoxious.
You're okay.
You guys would totally get
Yeah.
along.
Jarvan, your obnoxiousness is endearing, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his is, like,
Jarvan, take a point.
his is, like, not, though. Like, he's just, like, oh, I think he's over there. Hi.
He's a real lurg, isn't he?
He's here?
Wait, where is he? I don't...
Roar, you know that Derwith's little farmstead is only maybe about an hour or two walk away from here, and you usually patrol the woods around the area, and you sort of just stumbled upon the party. It's easy enough for you to lead everybody over there if you wanted to.
So you guys want to go with me and try to figure this out?
Yes, absolutely.
Where? Let's go to
Anything
adventure.
to help Derwith.
Cool.
Strum's gonna try. Everybody walks up, and Strum's gonna try and grab onto Lowstorm and like drag. Can I just roll to? I know she can't, but can I just roll to see?
Yeah,
if
make
she
me a
uses it
strength.
at
Actually, you know
all?
what? It's just a flat out strength check. Make a flat out
Okay.
strength check. As your little
Ooh,
feet.
not terrible.
Yeah.
15. 15.
Okay, all right. You're dragging your little kenku, talons, kind of scraping up the bottom of the
Hold on, guys, we're coming.
woodland floor. And as you turn around, you see Lowstorm's statue just kind of, and you think you're making headway, but it turns out the ground underneath the statue has just sort of shifted, and it starts to kind of fall over you in this heavy mass.
Oh no, not my bones!
You dash out of the way as this
Okay.
thing falls, and it just hits the floor. Oops, sorry, Mike. It hits the floor, and you see this big flurry of leaves just kind of spread out and explode all around before falling and settling around Lowstorm's form, which is now in statue state, face down on the woodland floor.
Oh, she's face down?
And the
Oh,
she
can we-
says-
Yeah.
And then another owl flies by and
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll lift her back
Sorry.
up. I apologize about this.
Yeah, can we at least shift her so she's facing
So she's facing up. If she
upwards?
unpetrifies
Yeah.
later on, she's not gonna get it.
I give her a pat on the shoulder and I whisper into her stone ear, like, we'll be back and we'll save you, I promise.
Yeah, I think with all of you working to help one another, you can at least spin her around from where she is. You at least have enough leverage to do so. So boom, she's on her back, stone eyes just staring up at the canopy, helpless and guileless as to what's going on around her.
I was just trying to bring her with us.
It was a nice idea.
Yeah, take a point of inspiration for the wonderful gesture.
Thanks.
Roar. This one doesn't stand up.
Lay her on her back.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Let's talk
It's a
about
thing
this.
now.
You should do that in case they throw up so they don't drown in their own.
That's true.
Don't drown in your own vomit.
You start singing as Roar leads you through the woods. You can't help but sort of have this sort of unsettled feeling in the pit of your stomach considering what just happened. Yeah. And as you're walking, two owls are kind of, relaying from one tree to the other, following you along, hooting along the way. What your speak with animals?
Yeah, it's up for 10 minutes.
Okay,
so-
all right. You hear the owls start talking about the lumberyard.
The one that we were at before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You assume so, at least. They start like mentioning details that kind of lead you to believe that maybe some of them might have been acting as Derwith's eyes there as well.
Would I be able to converse with them a little bit, or at least maybe ask some questions? Because if Derwith was a tree stump during all of this, then who sent the treant and like the owls? Like was that them
I think
acting
that
on
would be
their
a
own?
better question for Roar, right?
Oh yeah.
Since she's his familiar.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't. But you weren't at the. She wasn't at the.
Yeah, but also owls are stupid.
Also,
Forked
owls
barn.
are fucking stupid.
They really are.
They truly are.
Okay, well,
Like, unless it's like someone inside of an owl doing the thinking, like owls are dumb.
okay.
Someone inside
Well,
an owl?
then
Is there someone inside of me?
I will
What
be.
are they doing?
No.
I will be
You
asking
are-
many questions to all of them.
Sure.
So, were you at the fort? Did you attack the fort as well? Did it get burned down? Did you destroy everything? Who sent the ent? Was it the owls, or was it you, or was he a stump the entire time?
Can
How
we
long
smoke
has he been
here?
a stump?
You
Can
can
you
absolutely
converse
sure.
with the stump?
Oh my gosh, he like really is obnoxious. So
It's
cute.
endearing, right?
So cute.
And the owls, you learn firsthand just kind of how witless the owls are.
Thank you.
Take your green lion.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So,
It's endearing, right?
Esdel Castillo sends 2 rerolls to me. I'll take those.
What the fuck?
How?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my lord, Kira, thank you very much for sending 5 rerolls to the table.
How?
Any of you can use these rerolls.
How does that even
2,
happen?
3, 4.
With magic.
And one more.
Where did those come from?
They're backlogs.
Thanks for making it hail.
That's
And
real.
James V1971 sends another reroll to the Dungeon Master.
What the
Thank you
hell,
very much for all the
guys?
reroll, guys.
What
I might
the hell,
need these.
them
Notice.
guy?
You're on notice.
We're gonna remember.
Okay.
And do James.
So yeah, you learn firsthand just sort of how witless these owls are. They sort of know the surface details of everything that's happened. They when you ask them about the tree, they nod in amusement, to one another. When you ask about the lumberyard, all they can say is, "Oh yeah, the lumberyard. Sure, the lumberyard." And the couple of hours of walking pass without you gaining too much information, unfortunately.
Okay.
And Rora here, she's more preoccupied with like patrolling the woods around and not so much, the day-to-day and the magic and the rituals that occur in Derwith's farmstead.
Okay. After getting no information from the owls, I futz around in my bag and I pull out a few mushrooms and I eat them.
Okay, sure. What the mushrooms are? Fire.
These are not the ones I use.
those are
component
cakes.
wise.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. But I also use specifically some of the magic mushrooms for my detect magic. But these
Right.
aren't for them. This
Okay.
is just for general mushroom consumption. Considering my diet is
Delicious
mainly
mushrooms. Gotcha.
Listen, I mean, we
Yeah.
all have everything.
Yeah, we all have everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, Alton is just coffee and cigarettes. That's how
Yeah.
it functions on.
And loveless relationships.
Oh my god, what a shame.
Christina and I just like
It's-
our hearts breaking, laughing.
So, by the way,
Hardly.
Alton, that pipe. So you're used to the taste of tobacco.
Yeah, but this is like that.
Back.
Yeah, having smoked it, I think that's what they call it.
Wacky tobacco.
Yeah.
Well,
Stay
this is,
off it, kids.
this is the good forest elf shit.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
It is elven shit.
And I mean, the pipe seems to enhance the flavor. And it seems to sort of, like, when you smoke it, your senses seem to be a little more acute.
Okay.
And so there seems to be a little something more about this pipe than what it may have originally shown you when it was given you.
Roll for Flavor Town.
Yeah.
All the crops.
So $500, and Kyle will GM a Guy Fieri
Yeah.
one-off.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons and diners and
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
And
the advanced one with Margaritaville. It's all Jimmy Buffett.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
That will be
$500.
I guess
That
we'd be
leads.
wasting away again.
Yeah. Let's see. Green Line sends a
Please
reroll
don't
to Eric.
make me do that.
Thank you, Green Lion.
That's we're gonna start getting sponsorships with just chain
Thank you, Green
restaurants.
Line.
We're really going a different route than all the
Seriously,
other
that would be
RPG
awesome.
shows.
Hey,
So-
Red Lobster, give us
I
some
raised
mushroom.
my shield that has the Applebee's logo.
Like
on it.
a
Anyway.
Kraken situation. I really am. I've got a lot of ideas. On that.
I mean, endless shrimp is life.
Cheddar biscuits. How do we do biscuit giants?
So,
You've entered the realm of Golden Corral.
There's so many options. It's a buffet.
It's a veritable cornucorium
Yeah.
choices.
Choose
a goddamn
wisely.
smorgasbord of opportunity.
So,
He chose poorly.
speaking of restaurants and cooking and eating,
Oh,
you walk through the woods.
Dwarf in the ears. perk
Go
up.
on.
You walk through the woods, and eventually the tree line opens up to a large parcel of land on which there stand 3 buildings. A long, low-slung home, what appears to be a barn of some sort, just a few yards opposite that, and adjacent to that barn, a round, a circular stone tower. In the middle of this all, there appears to be a cooking fire, and a figure sits in front of that cooking fire between you and it. As you walk onto the scene, Rora, you leading the way with your stealthy saber-toothed cat paws. And this figure is it's a large creature that appears to be wearing a vest and sort of these fancy pantaloons. The creature's arms, as it moves, first of all, the creature's head is covered in this thick black mane of hair. On the arms, this creature seems to be wearing furs of some kind, and from these furs, you see these large bony protrusions kind of sticking out. Roar, you know that this is Turin.
Hey, Turin. Like, hey.
You see the figure, and it stands up, extending to its full height, which stands about 8 or 9 feet tall, burly and huge. And you see that as it stands up, its legs end in a couple of prehensile hand-like appendages. And it turns around. And in front of you, you see this gigantic ape that wears this, this fancy vest, fancy pants, and he's got these spectacles over his eyes. And he says, "Who are you all? Roar, who have you brought here?"
Hello!
Now's not the time for, your thing. So, they were, I went to go, okay, I know I was supposed to stay here, but, I really wanted to not do that because I was really bored. So I went, and then I heard there were, these, whatever these things are, walking around. So, they are looking for Derwith. And I was like, oh, he's a stump now. And so, now we're here. And I told him I would, show them here. And, you, were trying to do the thing with the magic and then, turn him not into a stump. So, yay, here we are.
And Turin absorbs all the information. Did they try to harm you in any sort of way? Did they harm the owls?
No, they're, super nice. Super nice. That, the one is, super obnoxious.
I'm Jorvin. I like your fancy pants.
When you mention Jorvin, there is this spark of recognition in his eyes.
What?
And then he starts to study you. And he realizes, he starts scrutinizing what you're wearing.
The badger killer.
He comes to you two, and he starts to appraise your outfits as well. And then he sees the bow strung on your back. And he says, "Green Treaders."
Well, I mean...
Zariestra.
And a good day to you.
You do speak their language.
I mean, yes, I do.
Yeah, well enough.
He says, approach. And it looks like he is cooking what appears to be a gigantic root vegetable of some sort that has been bathed in spices and such.
One big potato?
Sure, yeah. It's been cut up and other vegetables have kind of been embedded into it.
Maybe it's just a giant cauldron with just one
Sure.
big potato.
Well, it's not even in a cauldron. It's just like
animal.
It's not even it's just there are hooks. There's sort of this little tripod, and he's got these ropes hanging or chains hanging from this tripod. It's hooked onto this gigantic root vegetable, and it's cooking over a pile of what appear to be these heated stones. And he turns to you and he says, he breaks off a piece of this vegetable and he puts it in front of you and he says, "If you'd like, Roar, I'm sure you've exerted yourself some, at least a little this morning."
Not really, except for the walk part.
Fair enough.
Didn't do anything.
Yep, and he kind of does his spectacle. He fixes his spectacles in a way that you're familiar with, signaling you that he's kind of done. Talking to you.
It's really a little rude.
Everybody sort of agrees with you with that. Everybody just look like, oh yeah, it kind of is.
Was it rude? No.
No.
Is it just me? I can be really sensitive, but I feel personally attacked by you right now. You don't care what I have to say as a tiger.
He looks at you and he says, "Roar,
Guardless?
Godless. You know the state that Derwith is in.
Apparently
We have
he's a
other
stump.
things to worry about. Yes, indeed. What do you know about that?"
Well, I know he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, We need him. I know that
From the tree line, you hear owls go.
we need him to not be a stump to save our friend and also tell us about the star falling and various other things. Can I just ask, who is your tailor? I mean, these are my road clothes. These are not like my best. They're not bad. They're better than most people. But to be outdressed out here, insane.
He says, "These are the one indulgence I allow myself, the bespoke clothing."
Well, what about the big old root?
He says, "That is our diet here. We are vegetarians generally. Every once in a while, of course, Rora can hunt whatever you want. But I tend to stay away from that. Now, anyway, mind you, I recognize you from Derwith's description of the lumber yard. You were there.
Yes, we were.
You were fighting those demons, weren't you?
Yes, the blood creatures.
Yes.
I single-handedly killed the Minotaur.
That's wonderful. Good for you.
Yeah.
Top boy.
Didn't even touch.
Top boy.
Top boy.
And he
not
says,
just anyone can be top boy. I just remind you.
I understand.
Well, I mean, if they're a boy and they're on top, they can be.
That's true. But only one can be on top.
What if there's several piles?
Well, then
Speaking of piles, he starts cutting up some of this gigantic root vegetable and like putting them not even on plates. He just kind of tosses them on the ground in front of you, and he offers them to you.
Super into ground food.
Yeah, they seem to be into nature, into natural foods here apparently. And he says, those blood demons. Derwith caught wind of them when you spoke his name. His eyes and his ears heard, and he walked into his druid circle, and he, Turin, he raises this big gigantic ape arm, points off into the distance where there's this sort of lower tree line, and you see these gigantic stones jutting out from above the tree line, forming this huge circle. He says, Derwith walked into his druid circle, and he cast a ritual that bonded him with a treant. But to do so, he had to transform himself into a stump and lay roots into the ground. He has been fighting these demons. That battle at the lumberyard still rages. Demons just keep appearing. And in his treant form, he is battling them. Now, unfortunately, his strength is waning. And then he pauses and he says, "Wasn't there another one of you?"
Yes, Lowstorm. She's a statue, man.
She died.
No.
I'm sorry for your loss.
She's not dead.
We're still teaching the Kenku object principle.
She's just...
I know, this is very, very difficult for your friends. I'm sure it is
She's not
difficult to
moving
deal
or
with.
breathing, and she can't eat.
She's
She fell,
petrified.
and I knocked her really hard on her face.
She's
probably dead.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying I don't know that for sure, and I don't feel comfortable. I'm not saying.
I do.
Jorvin can't handle this, okay? We have to keep this rouge up.
I'm not giving up on Lowstorm. She's my best friend. It took a while to make a best friend.
I'm just saying, omit the truth.
I'll be your best friend.
Okay.
What did you see when you found our friends here?
There was like a thing, and it was like stone, and it was like, and had this weird like crazy look on its face, and like that one was like up on it. So
I was scared she was going to kill me.
I mean, like, you're delicious, and also like you're like really sweet too. So like I figure your insides would be sweet too. But since you're like a friend who can't eat you,
Wait, we're friends?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Like totally a thing. Like
Okay, cool. I don't have anything to give you. Wait. I think I have something dead. Do you like
something dead, something old, something
Borrowed something gold.
Would you like a fish? Sorry, I got excited.
Do you like have a fish?
She does.
Will you like toss it in my mouth?
Do you
then?
also have my inventory written down?
What? No, I remember that specifically because you stole all that fish from the barrel, and then I made the rest of the fish that was still in the barrel into soup.
This is actually a fish from the lumberyard he's talking about. It's probably not
It's a few days.
the best, but
Okay.
So yeah, like delicious things. Yeah, so like they were in the woods, and then like we started talking, and like I told him, and I was like, oh, we're gonna go on an adventure. I'm gonna take you to see Turin, because Turin knows the information, and like Turin knows all the information, and now you're here, and now we're here, and I love talking to you.
Stone and
Yeah.
okay.
Ah.
He says, well. Derwith would be the most qualified to help your friend. I've studied a thing or two from him, and I might be able to do the job as well. But he is currently occupied, shall we say.
So is there like a... Wait. Pull him out of the ground?
He says, unfortunately, no, he has to leave of his own will. Now, things are looking dire for us here. The battle is taking its toll on Derwin, and he is beginning to weaken.
Is there anything we can do to lend our power to him?
Slap him around a bit? I don't know, something?
No.
He says,
Cheeky finger?
He says, I have been watering him with magic potions.
What do you mean?
Water. No, it's nothing like that at all. I am a
He keeps
civilized.
it in his fancy
I am a
pants.
civilized creature.
You would be surprised what civilized people get up to when the lights are out.
Top boy, right?
Korean saving throw after dark.
Yes, indeed. Featuring Midnight Kyle and Midnight Havana. He says,
We don't talk about her.
and our other emerging midnight forms as well. He says, no. I have been pouring potions as if watering a plant.
Oh.
I have been pouring magic potions on his root to try to sustain his body and his strength, but unfortunately the potions are running out.
I have a potion of supreme healing.
He says,
Would that be supremely helpful?
no, unfortunately that will not sustain him in the form that he is in now. Perhaps we can...
We need tree juice.
He says,
I don't know how to
"You
get
are not incorrect, my avian friend.
No, what? Oh.
My
means like-
avian.
I told you he's like really like obnoxious smart, but he means like a bird, like because like avian's like another
In
thing
common,
for
yeah.
birds.
That's what,
Oh,
Yeah,
Like
yes.
obnoxious dumb.
Say it again.
No, I said
What?
unlike me, obnoxious dumb.
You're not dumb, Jorvin.
You're
What?
just not educated.
Yeah, I'm no fancy ape.
There's a difference.
I did go to Bard College.
He says, I can respect that. Turin.
I mean, this is just that Overwatch character, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
So,
Also, wasn't he supposed to be a cat?
I don't recall. Wait, what? A cat? We have a cat.
Tom tweeted a picture of. Remember? Did you guys see his tweet?
That was
Of,
like a rat
fancy
thing.
cat person.
Oh,
there
no,
was-
that,
oh.
yeah, that might be a whole other thing.
There was like a rat thing
I'm
that he
waiting
posted
for it to come
from
into my
Codex, from the Creature Codex, which is
I didn't
an
see the rat.
amazing book
Yes.
for Cabal
Creature
Press.
Codex. Is
Yeah.
that 2E?
What?
Is that 2E?
No,
No.
that's-
That's it's a supplement from Cabal Press. It just came out. It's one of their like kind
Oh,
of
that's
monster
what it is.
manual
It's
extensions.
huge,
It's
yeah,
really
book full
cool.
of
I've had so much
awesome
fun
monsters.
reading it.
Codex
Yeah.
of what?
It's just Creature Codex. They
Oh,
had
Creature
one called
Codex.
Tome of Beasts, and then this is like
Yeah.
their second version of it, and it's really fantastic.
Yeah, and it's just like hundreds and hundreds of monsters. in
Yeah,
one book.
last
It's pretty
session
awesome.
I used this one that was an ooze that was it's like a giant fishbowl, but there's like a shark in it, and it's
A real shark?
yes.
Was
Aw.
the ooze named Ivan?
What?
Oh
yeah. The shark's name was Ivan.
Do this
So-
whole song.
Right now.
Wow, okay.
Oh my god. No, we pretty much dealt with Ivan Ooze last session.
Sort of, yeah. You had those
The
those
past 2
stone
sessions have
creatures
just been
that-
Ivan Ooze, so you just
Yeah.
missed it.
Like legit?
A lot.
Like,
Is that what the
legit, just
blood
a lot of
ooze
like
creatures.
oozing stuff
Or- yeah,
happening.
Not
yeah,
at the
this is
lumberyard,
very
but
true.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll never get to higher ground.
Turin.
Oh,
the Power Ranger!
The opening scene is so good.
Yeah, we're
I think about
skydiving.
it every day.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Skydive!
Next-
Catch on the flip
Next
side?
season
And
of
they do
Ironkeep
it
Chronicles,
as friendship.
a Power Rangers.
They
game.
skydive as friendship.
Yeah,
It's
that's
beautiful.
awesome.
And then
And they're all
suddenly
in
they're
their colors and
rollerblading.
everything like that. Yeah. Oh
Those
my
90s
lord.
shit.
The 90s at its best.
The Brady Bunch reunion.
I don't think I watched that.
He's
Okay.
like, what's that odious distinction?
So,
Oh, you're still talking about Ivan Ooze. I thought you really meant the Brady Bunch reunion.
all right.
That's all
So, Turin turns to you, and you see that he's got this thoughtful look on his face. And he says, well, since you have arrived, and since you can benefit from Derwin's well-being, perhaps we can help one another here. I have a series of ingredients that I need for this potion.
Is one of them 2 rotten fish?
He genuinely calculates in his head, trying to remember the ingredients, and he says, no,
Oh,
unfortunately not.
well.
They're a little more indigenous to the ironwood. Now, I believe I can also brew the oil that may help your friend. And if you were to venture into the wood to collect a series of ingredients, I unfortunately must stay here and watch over Derwith. His other guardians must stay close as well due to the incursions of gnolls in these woods lately. But Roar, would you like to accompany our new visitors here to perhaps guide them through the wood?
It'll be fun.
Yes, I knew that you would. I knew that
But, what if Derwith comes back and I'm not here and he's, sad?
We can leave a note.
Then I believe it would be beneficial for you to assist them quickly.
But what if you get turned into a stump and I come back and, all my, friends are stumps?
I'll make sure to leave a post-it.
Okay. Deal.
That's just on the stump that says, hi,
Sure, yeah,
it's me, Turin.
Yeah. Cast ritual, stump
You called
now.
it.
Wait 3 days, and if I'm not back, set me on fire. So anyway, yeah, it kind of got dark there. Sorry.
That escalated
Yeah.
quickly.
Well,
So-
thank you for your study and maybe, I don't know, study up on the falling star, because we kind of want to know about that, and, I'm not 100% sure that you're going to be able to turn our friend and Derwith back, so maybe it's just of you.
Well, she
study
might
on-
be dead.
Yeah.
He says that the falling star. Curious that you should mention that Derwith was actually studying that star.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
That's that
Um,
thing he kept repeating
we
to himself,
have
and he's
here?
like, catch a falling star and put it in your pocket and
Ooh.
save it for a rainy day. No?
I-
Oh, maybe that's just the spell.
No, something
We were
all
supposed
together.
to catch it?
Let's see. One unique beast sends a reroll to Christina.
Oh my god,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
You like me, really like me.
He says, now unfortunately this whole deal with the lumberyard and the treant form happened before Derwith could do all of the proper calculations as to the location of this falling star.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you had a moment in between, learning rituals and whatnot, if you could figure that out for us, just in case none of this works.
He says, I would be more than happy to. While you are off searching for these ingredients, I believe I have enough of his notes. I should be able to make those calculations myself.
Wait, what kind of wizard are you?
He says, I am a wizard in training. Not so much a wizard, more a druid in training. Not so much a druid, more like an intern druid. I guess apes aren't part of the general plan of the great druids of the woods.
Yeah.
Regardless, he's still a wizard.
Yeah, I actually have a few questions because we were looking for the Grand Druid. Ultimately, I was looking to get an internship. What is the medical benefits like? Are there any? Is it paid? Is it hourly? Is it salary? Or
He says, oh, raccoon wearer.
Oh, I see how it is.
He says, and he reaches this heavy hand out to your shoulder, poof, and you feel yourself kind of pushed down by this gigantic hand.
We don't mention.
No,
He
it's fine. I
says,
love
no,
shame.
it's all right. He says, he says, I understand. These are lofty goals for someone such as you. He says, we druids live off the earth as a matter of pride. We sleep on the ground. We cherish the rain falling on our faces. We shun worldly goods, except for these small
He'll
indulgences.
fit right in.
No, that sounds great.
He never showers. All he eats is goddamn mushrooms. I mean, he wears the skin of a dead badger on him. You know, he's basically one of you already.
Badger, yes. He says, well, very well. If we are able to
It's
bring...
a badger.
He says, if we're
I've
able to
already
bring...
told everybody it's a badger.
He killed the badger with his bare hands. Thank you.
Shun the non-believer.
If we are able to, if Derwith is able to overcome the troubles at the lumberyard in due time, then perhaps you and he can sit down. I'm sure he would be more than happy for you to have a conversation with him.
Well, excellent.
He's super nice.
Cool. I love super nice
He
people.
is super nice. I mean, he took me in.
And he's like a lot.
I can see that.
Oh no, I don't. Oh my god, I see it so much.
I don't see it.
But he's super stylish, y'all.
As you're like whispering among yourselves,
They are the
he
fanciest
lumbers
pants
off
I've ever seen.
into the.
I mean,
into
not
the,
me, but they are incredibly fancy.
He lumbers off and like sort of squeezes into the home, and you swear that as you're talking about his fancy pants, he turns around with this sort of like, oh, okay, kind of look on his face, before disappearing into Derwith's
The
dwelling.
stitching, not fantastic, but the
Did he say he
actual
was getting us a
material.
list of like ingredients, or do we already have the list?
You do not have the list yet.
Okay.
And as he disappears in there for a few minutes, you hear some rummaging around, a few things crashing to the ground. You hear this, oh, God, they're big, cumbersome hands. And he squeezes out the doorway once again, carrying a sheet of paper with a list of ingredients. He checks them out with you. And he says, okay, let's see. Little stick eggs, flicker, shoots, axe horn, ghost orchid, goblin. So we actually have most of these ingredients, the ones that we are missing and the ones that we need the most of that we might not have. I have to check our stock. Are the needle stick eggs, the ghost orchid, the widow's weeds, and the Griffin bile.
We had mushrooms, but I ate them.
Yeah. This isn't one of those things where we just needed the power of friendship all along. Or something like that. Right?
He says,
We've had a few of those.
Yeah, like the
versions.
needle stick eggs are the friends you met along the way.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
he goes over to you, Roar, and sort of, again, in that sort of, what's the word, almost socially blind way, he kind of starts to scratch underneath your jaw in a very pleasant, familiar way. And he says, oh, if it were only friendship. And he puts his big hand on you. He says, we would have solved this problem long ago. Wouldn't we, bestie?
Would they have?
Yes, we would have. And then he, breaks away from you again.
I doubt that.
What just happened?
He has no concept of like personal space, and it's like, oh, like you're a tiger, like you like to be petted, and I do like to be petted, but I don't know you like that. So like, yeah, personal space.
And so, yeah, he lumbers off and he says, if you can gather up some of these ingredients, then perhaps I will work on calculating the whereabouts of that fallen star. Hopefully I will have the information that you need when you return.
Wait, where do we find these things?
He pulls out a map of the Ironwood, and he shows you several locations around the area. Most of them seem like they will be, like the furthest one away, the Ghost Orchid and Widow's Weeds look like they'd need maybe a half day's travel. And right now, the sun is still pretty high. So if you were to seek these out, you'd probably make it to where you would find those, like the area you would find those in early afternoon. The rest of them, he mentions that the needle stick eggs. He says, those are from needle stick. Those are from needle stick spiders. They spin their webs at a grove not too far away from here. You should be able to reach those pretty quickly.
Is that the
Spider Hunt? No.
Spider Hunt? Okay, no.
We're far away from that.
Yeah. He says, no. It's much, much closer to here than the spider hawk. The ghost orchid and widow's weeds, those might actually be a good choice, but I don't know. They are, we have some here. Once again, I just don't know if we have quite enough, but they tend to grow nearby one another. The ghost orchid tends to grow within crops of widow's weeds. So that might be killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. The Griffin bile.
Killing bird.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's horribly unsensitive.
Wait.
He takes off his spectacles in embarrassment, cleans them in his vest, and he says, "Oh, right, that's right. Sorry about that."
I mean, I would hope it would take several stones to kill me.
No. It would take a lot of stones to kill you, guys. So
All
many
the stones.
He doesn't
Some
have
are
what
really-
they refer to as the social skills. So, like, he just says stuff. Like, he didn't mean to, like, hurt your, like, bird feelings.
Oh, no, I just wanted to set the record straight that I think it would take multiple stones to kill me. I mean...
I've seen it.
At least you're durable.
Fair.
Yeah, she was hit by several rock monsters, and she stayed up quite thoroughly.
Thank you.
You fight so well, Strum.
I mean, no, but thank you.
The Griffin bile.
I'm just
He kind of
trying to
continues.
build her
Your
up, you know.
conversation sort of
He
just
said, you gotta help out.
crisscrossing in front
Friendship
of
is a
him.
two-way street.
I'm doing my part.
Are you-
Don't
are you
tell me
though?
I'm not doing
Are
my
you?
part, Jarvan.
Alton, I
I'm doing
swear.
my part.
Oh.
I'm not filling her head with ideas that she can go punching rock monsters.
Alton, for
It
doing
didn't
your
work for
part,
you.
take a play. Really great
It
exchange.
certainly did work for you.
You're right.
So what does this that didn't work? Well, anyway.
Griffin bile.
The Griffin bile. There are a pair of griffins that roost on a cliffside not too far away from here. He points to a low mountain range that looks to be maybe about like another half day's travel in the opposite direction as the other ingredients that he mentioned.
Now, obviously, we probably only have to kill one, but we're going to have to kill... Because I assume they're probably a mating pair, so I imagine they're not just going to be
Wait,
like, well, like, you
why
can't-
are we killing the griffins?
Hold on, hold
their bile.
We're
on.
not killing them.
Hold on.
I have
didn't say
mushrooms that will
anything
make them
about
vomit
killing them now.
immediately.
Please,
I
I
can
would
throw up a
like to
command.
let you know that unless your lives are direly threatened, we heavily look down on killing creatures within Derwith's realm.
I don't know what you want us to... How you want us to get eggs without...
I feel like the thing is, like, you could use your resources and your brain and not just resort to violence against, like, harmless animals. Like, speaking as an animal, I just think it's really messed up that your brain immediately goes to murder.
I mean... have you
Alton's
seen a
answer to
griffin?
everything is just to stick it with his sword.
And a big,
Both
a big
metaphorically
paw, like,
and
kind of like pats you on the back again heavily.
Yes.
As a meek animal myself, I know
Can I just
I
say-
can echo this sentiment.
Weeks ago, you didn't understand the subtleties of our sexual innuendo. You've grown so much, Trump.
Well, you guys never stop talking.
Oh, so now you want to pull out your support.
I'm telling
Wow.
Part 4!
And the veil. Howdy, folks.
Saving
So-
after dark.
It's only after dark.
Yeah, right. So, what would you like to do with this information? How would you like to attack the situation?
Attack.
I thought we agreed that we weren't going to attack it. But we should probably harvest the ones that would be a little bit easier. Maybe the griffins for last would be my suggestion. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if
This
we,
is group consensus. So.
if we go to the griffins, they've already made their nest out of some of the ingredients on the list.
Ooh, good point.
Oh my god, like, why don't you guys let her talk? Because she's obviously, like, the brains.
I just know about lore and bird stuff.
I dig it.
And songs. Wonderful
Oh.
singer.
Well, I
Wonderful.
included that in
voice.
lore,
Ooh,
but yeah.
beautiful.
Thanks. So I don't know. We could try.
Would the ghost orchid, like, be close to the griffins?
No. From what Turin said, the ghost orchid would be on the opposite side of the realm. So, the Griffins are like a half day's walk in one direction. The ghost orchids and widow's weeds would be half day's walk in the other direction. So, if you went to gather the Griffin bile, you'd get there by like early afternoon. If you succeeded in a short amount of time, you could probably get to the ghost orchids before sunset.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know completely the habits of griffins, but a rat, for example, when they make a nest, collects items from within a 50-foot diameter of where their nest is. So if you made the rat really big, then you'd increase the diameter of its collection area.
That is brilliant. I may have to sit you down and talk to you about rat habits.
Okay, can I stand?
Of course you can. Big heavy hand kind of pats you on the back.
Careful, my bones are hollow.
Ooh, fascinating.
Very
I'm like
fragile.
so glad I didn't eat you before I asked you questions.
Were you really going to?
No. No.
Listen,
Okay, great.
I would have done my darndest to prevent that.
Well, you can't save everybody, Alton.
I know.
Everybody dies in the end.
I
You
know.
taught me that.
I know. I'm not saying I would guaranteed do it. I said I would attempt to.
How
Against
aggressive
his
are
strength.
the needle stick spiders?
Says, well, they are very territorial. I would exercise caution approaching
I
them.
know these like what are we talking about? Is it coin size, hand size?
No, they're
Head
about,
size?
they're big. See this root vegetable here that is cooking over these stones? They're about that size. And you see that the root vegetable, I mean, it's this large thing.
It's the size of us.
Yeah. Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give up their eggs for living.
Run away!
And of course,
I could trade
Roar
them
here Roar here knows the lands like the back of her paw.
Word.
Excellent.
And that's a big paw.
Oh my god. Like, I work really hard to keep them, like, sculptured.
They look great.
Like
Never
that.
miss
And
pie.
very sharp.
I love a good party.
Ooh. If you didn't already have inspiration, that would give you a point. He says, So what would you like to go after first? How would you like to deal with this? Or would you like to try to
Well, I put my idea out there.
break away from
Okay.
one another
well,
and
then Griffin first. Are the Griffins the closest, or the?
Well, I think everything's equidistant.
Yeah.
from us,
Okay,
from
then
what's
let's
good.
go to the
they're all
Griffins.
within, Okay. You all travel towards the low-slung hills that Turin pointed to, and it doesn't take very long, pushing through the woods, for you to see this hillside. The hillside is covered in these tall, thickly canopied trees. And when you get close, you sort of start hearing these sort of roaring screeches off in the distance, signaling you that you're approaching the Griffin's territory. How would you like to approach? What would you like to do?
So are we just asking them to puke in a bucket? Or are we holding them upside down and shaking them? Or what's the plan?
I feel like that's not advisable to do that. Because,
Well-
like,
I don't know how to make a griffin give its bile willingly.
Well, if they have like baby griffins, then they'd be spitting things up anyway.
So we put you in the nest and have them spit on you? What?
at this point, Rora's already walked off towards the griffin.
Sure, absolutely. You're stalking through. You're familiar with this area, and as you are all talking now, are you going to be following her as you discuss the plan, or is she just going to disappear off?
I mean, I think I'd follow her lead. I mean,
Yeah,
she's-
I would follow
It's
her.
her area, it's her forest.
Sure.
So.
Do I know them? Okay.
The
History
Griffins?
with the griffins.
No, not specifically. No, I mean you know that these are territorial creatures. They would rip
They're
you
big
apart
old
if
cats,
they,
though, right?
if you got too
Griffins?
close.
No, they're
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 horse.
big old-
They're like horse sized.
yeah.
Oh, but I mean, like, they're part big cat, part.
Yeah,
Bird
exactly.
They're like lions with like bird heads and wings.
Yeah, and like bird
So
talons
maybe
in
they-
front.
They're kind of maybe similar bodied anyway. Body shapes.
Mm.
I'm just gonna like walk up to them and like start talking.
To the Griffins? Okay. As you approach their area, they look down on you and they caw and roar like in a warning. You see that they're actually there's only one of them up there, but the nest is huge. It's sort of built up against this steep escarpment with like a series of trees just flanking it. And as you get close, I mean, you're still quite some distance away, but you know that this griffin that is like looking at you could just dive and attack if provoked.
Okay. Oh my god, hi. Can I talk to you for a minute?
It's got animal intelligence. It's not awakened like you are. So this griffin is not responding. You know, again, it's puffing up its feathers, it's ruffling its feathers, its wings are sort of flapping behind it.
Do you speak like words? Oh my god.
Would you mind passing me the player's handbook from right there?
And you hear, Rora trying to communicate with this griffin from several yards up ahead. What would you like to do? Is there anything else you'd like to say, Rora?
Sorry.
Can I cast Prestidigitation, which will allow me to make a harmless sensory effect, but can I make it like a noxious odor? Like a really stinky fart?
Sure. Okay, sure. Yeah, you can totally Prestidigitate. What's the range on that, though?
The range is 10 feet.
Okay. So you would have to get closer. You would have to get much, much closer to these griffins.
Oh, really?
Or to the griffin's nest. I mean, it's up on this hillside, this steep escarpment on a hillside, and I mean the grade is so steep you would have to climb up. There are several trees that grow nearby that you could also climb, but I'm going to say that as you look up, you would estimate the distance from where you are to the nest to be about 80 feet.
Oh.
It's pretty up there.
Okay. Okay.
Well, if we got up there, I could maybe make him sick with the smell or something, and we could get the bile that way, but I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get up there.
I don't know how we're gonna get up there, but I can attempt to communicate with them with my ranger abilities.
That part.
Yes. I have two things at my disposal. I can attempt to communicate with them, and I also have mushrooms that can induce vomiting. And
that's fine.
That's my contribution to the group.
And that's great.
Look, I'm just trying to be positive.
Yeah, I stab things, and that's about all I do. Sure. When you're a hammer, everything...
Well, thanks, I guess.
When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So, please, if you can...
What about a bowl?
I think then everything will be like a spoon?
No, I'm with her.
I mean, it's just like a logical conclusion that I, came to logically.
I'm now picturing some Roar as some sort of female version of Tony the Tiger. It's like a big bowl and a big spoon. Giant fangs.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like several options have been put in front of you. Which one would you like to pursue?
I mean, if you can talk to them.
Yeah, you can just ask them to puke in a bucket or something.
Are we close enough for me to talk with them?
Again, you're about 80 feet away.
Okay.
They can hear you if you can communicate.
Okay, yeah. So no, I'll cast. I won't do it as a ritual. I'll cast speak with animals so that we're not waiting around with these dangerous animals kind of raining down on you. And I will. I'll say to them, excuse me, we do mean no harm. We are just here. Do you happen to know of Derwith? We are here to help him, and you might be able to help us. We just require a bit of spittle.
When you approach, the griffin hunches down. And you see its wings kind of press itself back onto its back as if it's ready to just swing, swoop down on you.
I quickly say, "Not the face!"
And it looks at you with these eagle eyes, its beak open threateningly, and it just lets out another caw.
So I'll take that as a no.
It can't seem to understand you.
Oh no!
That is unfortunate.
Is it because it's not an animal? It's like a a beast or something. Yeah.
So you can speak lion. You can speak. You can sort of speak in the language of large cats. You can speak in the language of the birds.
Chimera.
You can't quite speak what you can't quite comprehend this thing.
What if we talk at the same time?
Then nobody can understand what we were saying.
Nobody.
Like in sequence.
If
We are just talking like
this
and it was
but then it's a
like
cat and a bird and there, a cat and a bird and then
There's
like
this flurry of movement from above as this thing swoops down speedily towards your group. There is a loud call, roar again, that you're beginning to grow familiar with, and it comes within like several yards of you, hovering there, beating its wings threateningly for a second before swooping back up to its nest.
Does it like
It's
throw
giving
me a
you-
cookie?
What was that?
Does it like throw me a cookie?
No, not quite. And as it swoops away from the nest, you start to hear little peeps and chirps and little, purrs
Little
and
peeps.
roars from up there. Yeah, from the nest.
Easter!
Wow.
Shit.
That was a moment.
Yeah. The Griffin rests back onto this nest, and it starts, like purring at these its hatchlings in the nest before turning its attention to you again.
We probably can't see the hatchlings though, right? We can
Not
just
quite. You
hear
can
them?
see like the hints of little wings flapping and little beaks kind of poking up, but you don't have a good line of sight to them.
I hear possible little ones, birdlings. They may be extraterritorial to protect their young. I would be quite cautious.
Oh, but like I said, that'll make getting the bile easier. They're already going to be thrown up everywhere.
Yes, the point is getting closer.
Hmm.
I'm not very good at
Your
climbing. I don't know what to do.
is not around either. So.
Say it again.
Your shapeshifter isn't around either.
I know,
so.
right? You did that on purpose.
I may have. Okay, so yeah, how would you like to
Is there an elevator?
handle this? Now you can probably like what with the trees and the grade gradually going up to its steepness, you can probably make it halfway to like 40 feet without much difficulty, and then after that you're probably going to have to to climb your way up. Roar, you're pretty confident that with the trees there you could kind of like boom 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 kind of jump back and forth to make it all the way up there.
I'm like super athletic.
I could probably climb.
Are you athletic?
Oh yes.
I'm actually quite nimble for my size.
I have a good
You're,
dex,
like,
just
so
not a
tiny.
good strength.
I am.
So cute.
So sure. I mean, again, you've got several options here. How would you like to?
Oh, I can enhance anybody's ability too.
Mhm.
So I could give someone cat's grace, or
There's
Bull's
a
strength?
bull's strength. There we
Yeah.
go.
I guess I could give it to myself since you're also athletic.
I'm not super athletic.
You lied?
Yeah,
How dare!
I'm okay
You're
athletic.
decently athletic, right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the only option for me is
Okay.
enhancing mine
So-
or somebody else's ability. If we get close enough, I can do a fart. I can do a nice little magic fart in their noses and maybe make them throw up, or we can intercept the baby business. But
I feel like the first option will get us killed less than the second option.
I feel like if we start climbing towards that nest, they're gonna come after us. So
What if we just yell, just going through?
I don't think that they listen.
They didn't listen to
Maybe-
me, definitely.
Maybe what if they're already chasing somebody?
A distraction?
Yeah.
You can like fly though, right?
Oh, don't think that's a...
No,
Sore
it's fine.
subject.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We don't talk. We don't use the F word. We don't use the F word. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So
It's
like
okay.
that's a no?
It's not your fault.
It's literally...
It's not your fault.
It's a big deal.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, I'm like
can
so,
do so
sorry,
much.
little strong.
you can do so much.
can't even climb a mountain.
You know. It's fine. I probably can't climb it either. But you can do a lot of stuff I
said
can't.
you could.
I lie. That's all I do.
You're really good at lying.
I know.
I'm not even good at lying.
I know. It's a bad thing to be good at lying. But you're good at so many other things.
Like what?
You remember when
Pooping and peeing out my same hole.
While you walk.
Remember when we were on the boat and everyone was like, "Oh no, the chest is gone, chest is gone," and you were like, "No, it's not," and you created a chest with magic so well that everyone assumed it was back.
Jordan does that too.
Yeah, but not as well as you do.
That's not true.
Ooh.
And you know, sometimes while we're fighting, I don't think I can do something, and then I think about the songs you sing, and it inspires me to do better.
Every time you sing a song, it's stuck in my head for like a 10-day. It's phenomenal.
As you are trying to comfort our poor little Kenku here, there's this other.
Oh, that's right, the Griffins.
And then the Griffin comes off his nest, and you see it land on a branch that is maybe about halfway between you and where its nest is. It is looking at you incredibly.
Whoa! Hold your horses.
So we need a distraction. I have one thing I'm good at.
Yeah.
And it's not the thing we need right now. And I hate to volunteer for this, but I feel like this is what I'm the best suited for this.
But you're a lot bigger than,
Yeah.
I would maybe make better bait size, but...
Yeah, but I feel like I could get their attention.
Look, if you're volunteering, I'm not saying don't do it.
I'm just saying I could get their attention and I have the most likely chance of surviving said attention.
Are you gonna dance?
No, I was probably going to fire some arrows with the bow on my back at them. Now I'm not going to hit them, but I'm going to fire near them. And then that's going to anger them, and then I'm going to run for my life like a big dumb idiot.
Are you fast?
I'm fairly fast.
And for the second time in 3 sessions, Alton proposes being bait with a bow.
Yes.
I'm really good with a bow.
Wow.
You have prestidigitation, so I will use minor illusion and look like he's covered in, shanks of meat. And then you can create, smells of meat smells.
Right.
With prestidigitation.
I'm sorry about your, imminent demise.
He's been in this situation several times.
Nobody gets out alive.
I mean, if you're covered in, fake meat flanks and, meat smell, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
They, don't even...
That's what they said.
I'm super inviting, and they didn't even like me.
See, that's what they said when I went against a Minotaur. Have I told you the story about how I single-handedly defeated a Minotaur?
Yes.
And this thing kind of hops onto another branch that's ever so slightly lower.
How close is it now?
Maybe about 30 feet.
Oh, God.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
getting really
I cast
close, and you
suggestion.
You cast suggestion?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Works on any creature
and
that's
what
not
would
immune
you-
to being charmed.
Does it need to speak a language?
It doesn't say that. Suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stow itself under a spirit and light itself.
Okay, I'm gonna
Target
say.
must make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna say that because it is a magical spell that you may be able to influence this creature. So what is the save?
It'd be a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let's see.
And it's against my 14.
And it's a DC 14. What would you suggest? Just out of curiosity. Before I reveal the result.
Vomit for us.
I would say it'd be really great if you could just throw up a little bit into this
vial. I probably have something.
Yeah.
Cantina. Empty canteen. And then maybe if you could just go up to your nest and see if you've got any needle stick eggs or ghost orchids or widow's weeds hanging out in there.
What are you doing with the cantina, by the way?
Or the canteen.
Are you holding? Or the
I would
canteen,
hold it
rather.
under,
You're sort of holding
yeah.
it. Okay, under the
Yeah.
thing. As you start rattling off the ingredients, you start hearing this, and this big pile of gross sick just kind of falls
this
onto
all
your
over
head.
me?
It splatters all over you. There's a sort of little pattern on your face now and on your beak as the canteen just gets covered by this stuff. Some of it makes its way into the
Huzzah!
canteen itself.
Is that canteen 9 ounces?
You get at least 9 ounces.
Okay.
There's
Of
not
this
enough in here.
stinky, horrible
I have
stench.
some more.
This thing, the griffin, up on its branch, it kind of shakes its head and it clears its head, and then with this sort of almost fearful look on its face, it flies back up to its nest and it starts to take another defensive position, trying to protect its young.
Well, that did it.
I mean, I guess that kind of worked. I had a couple other requests.
Okay.
And you don't have to prestidigitate the awful smell anymore because this bile just smells foul on you.
Can I just say, I won't pat you, but see, you are worthy.
I'm great at getting puked on.
But see, my plan was probably to get mauled to death by a griffin so that you guys could get what you needed. And look, we didn't even have to do that.
We can still do it.
It's probably because
Who
it was
knows?
a terrible, terrible idea.
Exactly. But you came up with the best one.
Why didn't you just let her think? I told you she's the brains.
And you sort of like start to ease your way back, just footstep by footstep, kind of talking this through.
I feel like I need help. Does someone have a second container? Like a kerchief?
I do.
There's room in the canteen for you to kind of scoop everything up by hand.
Yeah,
just
I have my
into the spout.
I have my cooking pot. I can put some of the stuff in too.
I'm
Okay,
a tiger
please, sure.
and
Please
I
don't
don't
put
have
the
pockets.
griffin vomit in your cooking pot.
I'm a tiger and I don't have pockets.
That's a good point. What if you,
You know-
had a little, like satchels?
Like saddlebags? No, it just doesn't match my fur.
Be cute. Get the right fabric.
You believe that if you persuaded him, Turin could probably stitch you up some really fancy
Oh,
saddlebags.
there you go. There you go.
Oh, Turin,
Good.
I miss him.
Good.
We've been
It's
gone for
fine.
so long.
It's fine. You're doing fantastic.
I did a good job.
You did a great job. You did a
I
fantastic
didn't even
job.
need to fly.
No.
I didn't even need to. I just
Hey, you're worth it. You're worth something, all right? You don't need any. You don't have to prove yourself anymore.
And decades from now, echoes of this event haunt Strumthrum when she falls asleep at night.
I don't live
So,
that long.
She jerks awake suddenly,
It's like-
feeling slobber all over. her.
Yeah. Can't breathe, suffocating in griffin bile.
oh boy. Okay. Well, so you have successfully retrieved one of the ingredients. What would you like to do next?
The other thing over here was the needle stick eggs in the area we traveled to.
The needle stick eggs are, you would skirt around Derwith's camp to be able to get to that, but it would sort of be on the way to the orchid.
So the ghost orchids and the widow's weed.
Yeah, those are probably the furthest away from where you are now.
So we could go get the needle stick eggs and then wrap back around.
Fantastic idea.
Love it.
Okay, all right. You tromp through the woods again.
You can keep that kerchief. I don't need it back.
Oh, great, thanks. I'll just
Leave it on the woodland floor as you
leave it
walk
there.
away.
What am I gonna do with
Yeah.
it?
To be consumed by bugs and whatnot.
Maybe they'll put it in their nest.
It doesn't take you very long to get to the portion of the woods where Rora leads you to where these spiders lair. And the trees change around you as you approach the area. They are much looser in canopy, much sparser here. But you notice that as you approach the area, signs of these spiders do start appearing nearby, cobwebs hanging loosely. It seems they spin their webs, and maybe when they're done with that particular area, they migrate. So you could follow these cobwebs deeper into their territory. By this time, let's see, you arrived at early afternoon. It's mid-afternoon now, so there's still a good amount of light. The canopy doesn't exactly take that, it doesn't block the sunlight coming from above too much. What would you like to do? How would you like to approach?
I feel like we should ask the brains of the operation.
Yes.
I'm
Strong.
feeling a little traumatized.
Oh, sad.
Do I smell okay?
I'm gonna be honest,
You're
no.
so pretty.
Your feathers have a sheen to them unlike I've ever seen before.
It's the slime.
Mm-hmm.
It made your feathers look really pretty.
Really?
Yeah, you got your feathers styled. I can totally ignore the smell because you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful. Spiders.
Yes, spiders.
Giant spiders.
So yeah, how would you like
We
to...
can't see them though. We can only see the webs.
You can't. Yeah, you can see webs right now. You don't see any signs of the actual spiders themselves. You get this feeling that the webs here again they hang limply from the limbs of the trees.
But spiders lay their eggs in their webs. So
Can I just look around and see if I see any like egg pockets?
Yeah, sure. Make me a wisdom nature check, please.
Okay.
Nature.
That didn't go great. Yeah, it failed.
What was it?
Just that table reruns.
Yeah, that's true. You
And I
could
think I
use-
actually do have one from last week.
Okay.
Let me cross it out. I'll use my one from last
Okay,
week. before I
sure.
use the
Yeah,
table.
let's see it.
Let me cross it out. Okay. 9. Not great. That's probably like
Is there any modifier to that?
nature wisdom.
Yeah. That's opposed to intelligence, nature, just let you know. So you'd use, if you're proficient with nature, you would add your proficiency modifier plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, where is nature on this fucking list? I don't have proficiency, so it'd just be a 12.
A 12, you see signs of egg sacs that have been burst open. And so, again, like as you examine these cobwebs, you see that further in there are more webs that are a little fresher than the ones you see now. You just have to delve into their territory, a bit deeper into their territory before you maybe come across the spiders themselves.
I'm like scared. I've heard a lot of tales of like spider queens like eating people's heads and stuff.
Yes. Spiders never been high up on my list of animals I've enjoyed.
But like, I feel like he should go because he talks to animals, and we should stay back here and like just be the relief.
Okay. Then I will actually take the time to cast it as a ritual.
Sure. Speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just so I can have it up for the next 10 minutes.
Next 10 minutes?
while
Sure.
I
Okay.
Go through. And I will, if like I'm gonna go on my own.
I'll go with you. I just don't want to go first.
Do you want someone with you, or do you want someone watching your back?
Yeah, watching my back would be
All
great.
right, I'll stay. I can stay about 60 feet back from you.
Okay, and I can move, and I can stealth pretty well since we're in the forest, and this is still my favorite terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I will try and essentially.
I mean, I have one of the best elven bows ever crafted. Might as well put it to use.
I have my badger paws.
So, okay, Jorvin, you're blazing a trail ahead?
Yes.
Okay, and Alton, you're following 60 feet behind.
Mm-hmm.
Strum, what about you? Where are you going to fit in on all this?
I'd probably, I guess, stick close to Alton, yeah.
Okay, and Roar, what about you?
I'm gonna stay like super close to Badger.
Okay, all right, so it's the two of you pushing forward while the two of you hang back.
He's the linguistics, and I'm the brute strength.
Okay, all right. You step into the...
The Hanzo main.
you step into the...
I'm the mercy!
into needlestick spider territory, pushing deeper and deeper through these woods. Now, as you push through the cobwebs, they do grow thicker and thicker, and again, you see signs of fresher webs hanging around you. There is this rustle off to the side, and your eyes kind of dart to that. And you see just a series of trees and branches, kind of rustling in the wind. Nothing appearing in front of you or anything like that. As the two of you are standing back, you think you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. But, stopping the group and kind of like looking around, you're pretty sure that maybe that was just the trick of the light around you.
Pretty sure if you had the one ring, you could talk to the spiders pretty easily.
Yeah.
As you push deeper into these, into this portion of the woods, in front of you, you see the most intact web that you've seen so far. It is maybe about, I'm going to say it's about 40 feet ahead of you, a series of trees. This web is huge.
I'm talking huge.
What was that?
Nothing.
Talking huge. It spans trees, just, it spans like the trees surrounding you, or rather in front of you. And so, there are a couple of trees standing by, it just kind of hangs in front. You see various little animal carcasses, like there's a squirrel there that's been partially eaten. You see that there's a raccoon there that seems to have been cocooned into something.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, no.
There are a number of crows.
Sorry,
There are a number of crows and ravens that have also been adhered to these trees.
Oh, now you're personally attacking each of us.
And there is a dapper-looking elf that is standing by a saber-toothed cat. No, I'm kidding. No. Just these small woodland creatures. They are very viable targets of these, these predators.
Well, they
of
just
the
happen
woods.
to be the exact species of the thing
Sure.
we look like.
Yeah, it's world building.
my-
He said ravens and stuff. He didn't say
He
red
said
breasted.
crows.
Yeah, but he didn't say red breasted.
I know, but
grosbeak.
Yeah.
usually crows.
So,
Is there a lurg? Is there a lurg in there?
Lurgs!
Yes, blood demons.
Demon is in there.
It's so big, there's
give
a
me that
treant that's been
over
woven into the thing. Everybody, please make me wisdom perception checks.
That's a 30, 20. Oh, 21.
Okay.
Plus 8 on that perception.
15.
22.
So 21, 22. Rora, what did you get?
Did you
So
steal
14.
this?
No, it was in
14. And Alden, what did you get?
15.
15.
15.
Let's see. Badger. So Jorvin, you're creeping forward, and as you are pushing forward, you see a sort of shimmer off to the side, and at first it seems to be this sort of ripple in the air, as if you're seeing like heat distortion or something like that. But up on the limbs of a tree, you see a large spider materialize. It is this sort of it is colored in shades of blue
And white.
and white.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, exactly.
Do you,
some
like,
of its
as a
features.
person, know what it is?
Yeah, but I
Sure.
if it's a monstrosity, Jorvin may actually know what it is.
Yeah, actually, you may very well know what this is.
Is it the skull spiders from Zelda games?
Sure, yeah, that's like part kid that you have to. Yeah, no, it's not one of those.
It's really the scariest thing ever.
I used to be
and Roar.
people and I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Find spiders so I can be people.
Yeah, collect us. We're a whimsical mini game.
Man.
So Alton and Roar, you two are sort of distracted by the rustling around you, trying to figure out what all this movement is around you. But Strum, you see that spider sort of reappear as well. You think that it is again, a trick of the light, but you're definitely sure that something is appearing, something that is not just the light against the webs. And you see that part of it seems to be solidifying before the rest of it does.
I'm like slowly putting on my badger mitts, my claws. Like
Sure. And as you do that, you hear another rustle off. This one in the ground closer to you, as another spider materializes there. Everybody, please roll initiative.
Oh, damn!
baby.
Alton
We
and
just want your
Roar.
eggs, you weenies.
Alton and Roar. Now, unfortunately, since you are preoccupied looking around, since you didn't quite make your check, unfortunately, they're going to have surprise against you during these turns.
That's fine.
We're building an initiative. Is what we're doing. 18.
All right.
Don't worry, guys. I
So,
got this.
Strum, that was 18 for you.
That's right.
Alton, what did you get?
23.
23.
Just
Roar,
how old you are.
10, and Badger.
I'm much
10 as well.
Yikes! Between Roar
Don't
and
be so
Badger, who would
much.
like to go first? Well, actually, no, hold on. Well, you're surprised, so I'm going to say that you get to go before Roar does, and then we
Good
will
surprise,
place you an
thanks.
initiative accordingly, that way as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
let's
the monsters
see.
probably got higher than me, so even though I get to go during the surprise round, I'm probably still gonna
Have a little faith, bro.
stay
Okay.
positive.
Let's see what you did there.
I didn't until you said that. How am I not getting any of the cat jokes? Oh.
Positive.
Okay, they do spring to action rather quickly. Alton, I'm going to say that you have just enough time to draw your weapon if you haven't yet.
Yep.
Like, what would you like to draw?
I mean, if I think something's coming for me, I draw my rapier.
Well, I mean, they're 60 feet ahead. You're hanging back 60 feet.
Oh, if they're...
You
if
could
they're
draw your bow, or
I
you could
throw
like
my
opt to
rapier.
rush in.
Then I would prefer the rapier because I don't, but I'll get the bow.
Okay, all right. Let's see. And you know what? Let me just sort of sketch things out here. Let's use the map. We haven't used the map in a while. So there are again a series of trees in front of you. The webs stretch out between these trees, and they extend to several trees along either side. Jorvin and Roar, I would like the two of you to please place yourselves just right anywhere within those four squares there. Let's see.
4 squares and 7 centimeters of
And Alton and Thrum, you're just going to be behind this line here. There are more trees
Is that Dr.
around
Strange?
as well.
No, that's Alton Newberry.
Oh, his color scheme.
Yeah,
you're right.
I did
just
color him a
realized
little
that.
bit.
Don't forget, you've got these table rerolls in front of you.
Woohoo!
I
Okay,
can't
that's
believe
strong.
there's table rerolls.
Now, these spiders appear, and
Why has it always got to be spiders?
Why is it always got to be spider?
okay, I don't have spider
But
nets,
seriously.
so we'll use.
Why? Always spiders. Why not scorpions?
So one of them
Spiders.
appears. One of them
Like your
appears up on the
first scorpion?
trees, and one of them. This one is on the ground.
Godzilla!
Okay, Alton, again, you have just enough time to draw your weapon. You drawing your bow and knocking an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Strum, what would you like to do?
Fairy fire!
Okay, what's the-
Wham,
what's
wham,
the-
wham, 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 wham.
Let's see. Okay. Now, what's the range on fairy fire? 60 feet or?
60 feet.
Yeah, and it's a,
But
I think,
I'll
a
use my
20-foot
movement.
square
Okay.
or 40-foot.
It's a radius. It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So you would need to
Oh,
move
no,
a
I'm
little
sorry. A
closer. What would
20-foot
you-
cube, it
20
shreds a light in a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay. And which one would you like to target?
Which is the big one?
They're both big.
But which is like the biggest one?
I'm gonna say the one on the ground is heftier. Like that might be a female.
Hefty.
Wow! What?
Like you
You just think women are bigger?
sure in the animal world.
Wow. Wow, Jay. Out of all the people at this table I thought would call women fat, I thought it would be Eric.
So, no one's more surprised than me.
I like the deflect there.
Well played.
On behalf of me, Eric, go to the back. Okay. Anyway, so
Did you tell me to go to the
no,
back?
I said on behalf of me, Eric, go to the back.
Oh, yes.
So let's see, Strum, what would you like to do?
Fairy
you're
fire.
gonna
I would
fairy
pass
fire.
it on the giant female because women are huge.
So you would have to get a little closer.
I'm
gonna say
gonna
that,
do
you're gonna have
it.
to advance at least like 20 feet.
yeah, that's cool with me.
All right.
I've got 30. Let's do 30 feet.
You're gonna go 30 feet towards the spider, or just like straight down?
Let's kind of go with this weird foliage squiggle you've got over here.
Over here-ish.
Let's try and do partial cover.
Okay,
A
so
little
you
bit.
go over there. You cast your fairy fire on that one there.
That's
What's-
right.
And it's a DC 14 Dex save, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. As the spider moves forward quickly, darting forward, your fairy fire just catches it. What color does it? What color does it glow?
What colors? It's probably a lot of green around, right?
Yeah.
So let's do let's do red, just so it stands
Ooh,
out as much
okay.
as possible on the
All right.
green background.
Let's see. The spider starts to glow this red cast as well
I've
as
made it
the
scarier.
area around it. Nice. Yeah. It didn't look so bad before.
Thanks,
Now
Amy.
the spider's like phasing in and out.
Amy, we love you.
Oh.
Amy, do you love us?
Say you love us!
Say you love us.
Okay. Let's see.
They let your statue fall.
The
Snitching.
To be fair, I pulled it down, but I was trying to help.
and Strum, real quick. Did you find out what your AC is? Just.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never
No worries.
told you, my dude.
No,
it's
it's okay.
15, eh? I
15.
guessed
Okay.
right.
Hey, you had
I
it
think
right.
you guessed right.
Awesome.
actually.
Awesome. So.
Or you did.
Strum, is there anything from you? Anything else from you?
Who's next?
It will be the spiders.
Well, I don't want to give them inspiration. Who's after the spiders?
Okay, that's fair. It would be Jorvin.
Yes, I would like to give Jordan a die of inspiration. That's a D6 for you, Benny.
Okay.
Use it wisely.
These spiders will scurry forward. One of them going after Jorvin, one of them going after Roar.
Oh, okay. So since that one's glowing, it means everybody has an advantage on it. And also it seems to be doing some sort of invisible thing, so it won't be able to do that anymore. You'll be able to tell where it is.
Well, it depends.
So, they will bite each of you. Roar, the spider against you will miss, but Jorvin, unfortunately, this spider is going to hit you with AC 21.
Okay, yeah.
Is there anything you can do to mitigate that?
No, but I'll stay positive.
Okay.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
Thank you very much
it says
for
I
the
can't benefit from being invisible.
Hold on. Let's see.
Wait.
So, Jorvin,
It says it
you're
right
going to
here.
take you're going to take 7 points of
Oh.
piercing damage, and please make me a Constitution
Thanks,
saving
man.
throw
Okay.
as
Okay.
venom
Okay.
starts to try to trickle into your veins.
Okay.
We are Venom.
Oh, geez. That will be a grand total of 6.
Okay, hold on.
Grand total, I'd say minor total.
Yeah.
Is that the opposite of grand?
Do you need to reroll something?
Yes.
Because
Oh, yeah.
We
Can I
have-
reroll that?
we have
Absolutely,
5
you
of
sure
these.
can.
I use one of those.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks, Kira.
That will be a 11.
Ooh, okay. You just make it. You're going to take. You're going to take 9 points of poison damage.
And you're petrified.
Okay. That is all this. Oh, wait a minute. After they bite, their figures start to fade away until they are no longer visible.
It's not invisibility.
It's blink shit, isn't it? We already did blink shit this month.
Like don't blink.
I will. Almost went there. I know. Yeah.
We already did Displacer Beasts.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Unsure.
Well, it was dead already, so
If
we
you're
didn't find
subscribed,
it.
there's a Patreon that you can subscribe to for saving throw, right?
It wasn't a Displacer Beast?
It was. Well, I don't know.
It was a dead Displacer Beast that became a weird
Yeah, that
goo
became something
monster.
else. I mean, yeah. We didn't technically use its little feature.
I should have made a code out of it.
But yeah, if you watch Disorganized
Then
Play,
we
you
could've
may get
blinked.
some insight on what these
Well, we
creatures
could've made
are.
blurry.
You know, building this encounter. Okay, these spiders fade away, and all of a sudden there is just like nothing around you. These things could
they're
be
also
anywhere.
shedding a dim light and a 10-foot radius. Maybe they're not right now, but when they blink
Yeah.
back, they will be.
When
right?
they do, they may very well do. The one that you hit may very well do that. But for now, this one seems to have
Or will
gone
it?
someplace different altogether. So,
Fucking
Jordan,
dimensions!
what would you like to do?
Okay. I will.
Jordan, you alright?
Can I? Yeah. Can. Yes, they've disappeared. Can I try and make a
Quick, steal their eggs.
a nature intelligence check? Because since like if these are like monstrosities, then
Oh.
I may have some sort of insight on what exactly they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me an intelligence nature check. You get to do it at advantage.
Okay. So I get to add double my proficiency, so that will be a grand total of 22.
Okay, all right. All signs seem to point to these being phase spiders. And so you know that you have studied these creatures in the past, and you know that these spiders can enter and exit the border ethereal at will.
Yeah, so they essentially kind of like go to another plane.
Yeah, they
sort of.
phase into the ethereal plane, and they can move within that and, sort of see across the planes through that.
I say, goddamn ghost spiders!
Goddamn ghost spiders!
We're fighting ghost spiders, damn it! Everyone be prepared!
Wait, so are they undead?
No, they're just ghost spiders. They're not actually
They're dead,
ghosts.
but
They just ghost-like. Look, I don't have time to explain.
Are they like see through or like?
No, they like go into the plane where ghosts exist.
So
like
if
the
we help
ethereal.
them, If we help them achieve what they need, their life's goal, will they move on?
We have to throw salt on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Can we
that's
only hit
like
them with
slugs.
iron?
Yeah, no, I think they're created when they're born on top of a Native American graveyard.
What's an American?
Never mind.
Let's see. Littlest Finger, thank you very much, sends a reroll to me. And,
What? This never happened.
I know, this is 4 that I don't know if I'm going to get to use. We'll see what happens. Tom, it may be a very profitable thing for you next session.
No, he does not. No,
we
those
also,
are your rerolls. They don't transfer.
They carry over for the next time you're here.
Oh, that's great.
Can I prepare an attack for when for anything that pops back into view?
Absolutely, you can ready an action. Okay. So
what if
would
it's
you
like
would-
your best friend? What if Flowstorm pops in?
Well,
and slash her?
The trigger would
fix
be
my-
a spider
You weren't
that enters
specific enough.
my...
This is
Sure, when a
genie
spider
shit.
kind of
This is
appears,
genie
you're
shit.
just going to slash it. Okay.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, to the viewing audience out there, we do have several other unlocks. Let's see. So with a certain amount of
$500.
support, you can get you can grant the table inspiration. Everybody's got inspiration.
These are all unlocked.
Oh, these are all unlocked.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so sorry about that. So apparently, let's see. The table gets inspiration. You can have 1 point. So you start using them because if you use them, they will automatically replenish.
Okay, cool.
You each receive 1 reroll, including me. The table receives a reroll.
No!
So
You get
I will take that. Everybody else gets an additional reroll as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Money! And Kyle. Let's see. Okay. You've also unlocked the DM's Lament. Each
Yes.
player can force
God,
me
we
to
needed this
reroll
early.
an attack or saving throw.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Also, you get a special advantage, and I have to figure out. Okay, I get DM fiat on that. Very exciting. And last but not least, Dom will sing a special song during his Return to Planet Sega Genesis game. Very, very exciting. Boy, yeah, and that was well worth the unlock. I'm going to say that the advantage that the group has is that Strum, you still smell horrible. And if you get enough, if you get close enough within the range of these things, you may affect them negatively.
Why did you tell me that?
Because it was just unlocked.
Because what?
Thank you, audience. Because it was just unlocked.
My stinky ass
Sure,
is
yeah,
unlocked?
your whatchamacallit, the Griffin bile. You still have remnants of it in your feathers, and
Wait, what
on
was the
your beak.
unlock called?
It was
Advantage
called. Yeah, it
or
was called. It was called the table gets advantage, and I get to determine what the nature of that advantage is.
Oh,
So
great.
that's what it is.
You look so violated.
I was
That's
like,
not funny, but
How,
still.
how did they know I would end up with vomit on me? Was what I was trying to.
Sure, yeah, this was all in. You should have
Well,
watched
we
Disorganized Play
exactly.
yesterday at 2 p.m. No, I kid.
I built this in just so that Vanna would get something to puke on herself.
Right, yeah. So, Jorvin, you're readying an action.
Yes.
Roar, unfortunately, you're surprised this round, but we are at the top of initiative now, and Alton, what would you like to do? You are still off at the distance. These things have disappeared from view.
I would like to move over to Strum
Okay.
and then ready my action to fire an arrow if anything comes within range.
Okay.
Cry, God.
One
Anything?
move, huh?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're not specifying.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
An owl flies in.
I just lean over a little too far.
Alton, you draw an arrow onto. You knock an arrow onto that bow, just waiting for these things to appear as Strum. What would you like to do?
Well, everyone else is readying an action. I'm just gonna give Alton Bardic Inspiration as my
Thank you.
bonus
Okay,
action.
fantastic.
I'm going to use my
1d6.
special saving throw DC.
Let's see. As you are all just standing there waiting for something to happen, indeed the spiders do appear. One of them will appear right here this time.
Rude.
Strum. There is
No.
a rustle in
No.
the trees
No.
above you. And descending from the tree trunk that you're standing by, there is a spider, blue and white spider that.
You just said my stink would scare them away.
They have disadvantages, but looks like
Also, like,
your movement has
spiders smell?
caught them there. Yeah, I'm gonna say that these ones can be affected by that. Listen, I'm more than happy to.
Do they have human faces?
Yes. No, they don't. They have human abdomens.
knew it was
They have human
Zelda!
faces on their abdomens. They're screaming.
Who the face?
No, they're not.
They have human
they're
eyes.
just giant
like
spiders.
A bunch of little.
Is that which one of these is glowing?
It's this one.
All right, I shoot it
Okay. All right. Let's see your attack.
with advantage.
And
Actually,
Well, you don't need to use
Yeah, I
your
already
advantage.
have-
Yeah. You do have advantage,
I
and
already-
it is far
You
away
actually
from
have double
As a defense.
advantage because it's glowing, so you'd have advantage on it, and it's smelling my stench, so you have double advantage. So roll 4 d20s.
I don't think
Roll
it works.
10 d20s.
20s. 3
Right?
d6. No.
No?
I'm gonna.
What the fuck?
Burn a reroll on it. Okay.
Yeah,
do you want to use one of the table rerolls?
Sure.
So you retain one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. What's that?
And the inspiration comes out.
So that's gonna be 18 to hit.
Hits.
All
Let's see that damage. Your arrow flies. It pierces this thing as it appears from the border ethereal.
That's going to be 9 damage.
9. Okay. And when it appears, you see it sort of, as it's kind of falling on the ground, you see it sort of catch a whiff of your stench, and you see it, twitch a little bit before it rushes to attack. It's not going to get to do that just yet, because Strum, what are you going to do?
Wait. Never mind. Wait, I get to go?
Yeah, it's your turn. That was a readied action.
Did one materialize by us?
One materialized by Roar.
So does my attack go off?
It does, but it is out of range. So it sort of phases up, and you've got your friend between you and it right now.
Oh, okay.
Was that was range?
Yeah.
So
I got no range.
Strum Throne, what are you up to?
I guess I'm just gonna try and stab it.
Okay, let's see your attack.
Since I have advantage.
Okay.
It's pretty close to me, right?
Yes, yeah. It's within striking range of you.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Okay, that will
Plus
definitely hit.
something, yeah. And then I'm using my short sword.
Okay.
You should use the +3 arrow.
Is it darker? Yeah. No. They've ruined that for me. 4 plus 4, so that's 8. Oh, yeah, 8.
8 altogether? Okay. You take a stab at this thing. It still looks pretty healthy, unfortunately.
Imagine, a bard didn't put much. Well, I did the same amount as you.
Did you want to...
I did 9.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. I thought maybe a swordsman would do a bit more damage than a bard
I shot it with an arrow.
frantically yanking a sword out of her belt.
From a bow he just got.
Yeah.
I feel
Anyway,
like you guys
did you
are
wanna move?
forgetting that we are like facing giant spiders.
Did you want to move
I'll
Strum?
never I'm thinking of all the little spiders I've eaten and how I've deserved this.
Oh, wow, it's karma. Arachnid karma. Okay, did you want to move? Or are you staying where you are?
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I'll get an AoE if I go away.
Sure,
do
I mean, you can skirt around it if you'd
Do
like.
they have disadvantage on the AoE attack?
This one probably will.
Because of my stinkiness?
Yeah?
Yeah, I gotta get out of there.
Get behind
Okay,
me.
where
really
would you like to
can't.
go? Now, are you going towards your allies, or are you like
I'm gonna
pulling
swing
away?
wide so I can still have a view on both the situations, but not be in the immediate area for a swipe.
Sure, and as you run off, this thing tries to take a bite at you. Oh, it's a disadvantage. It will fail. It will miss. Okay.
Didn't even have to use my take it away from him.
Let's see.
Your what?
We can take away his.
Oh, we can force free
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah, you can.
DMs.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Remember, you have
oh.
DM's Lament.
That's what this is.
that's
The
a reroll.
spider hits the
just
ground,
have to
it
remember.
shakes off the smell, and Alton, it is going to advance towards you.
Bring it.
As Roar, this one takes a bite out of you, or tries to take a bite out of you. Both will unfortunately miss, and these dice are going to
Unfortunately.
get elsewhere. Okay.
Oh, it missed me?
It didn't. Yes, it missed you,
okay,
and it missed you, Roar.
I'm gonna riposte and stab it.
Okay, let's see the attack. Ooh. Rapier lashes out.
That's 19.
That will hit on. If it was a 19 on the die, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just hoping it would be higher so that I could, kill it.
Sure.
And get. So do I add to the damage roll? Because it's reduced. So I do 17 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Don't swing at me. And miss.
Tell you what. Why don't you describe how you take this thing out?
So it comes at me and snaps I see it go after Strum, and then it turns to sort of snap at me, and I just sling my bow and draw my rapier in just lightning fast and just literally stab it through the roof of the mouth, and it just stops.
Okay. Fantastic. Your rapier withdraws, and this thing's heavy body thuds onto the forest floor. You see it sort of phase in and out of existence before finally phasing into its solid form and expiring.
And I whisper, "Be at peace."
Okay, wow.
What's
To the
that
spider.
from?
Well, because it's a ghost.
There's
Ghost
this
spider.
horrible hiss
Ghost,
as this
ghost
thing
spider.
dies, and we get to Jorvin. What would you like to do?
I'm quite angry. Why does everyone try and kill new friends that I make? And I am going to leap over Roar and attack the spider.
Okay, all right. Let's see the attack.
Okay. Red will be my... Or is it... Which one was glowing?
The one I just murdered.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh,
so
damn.
this one is not covered by the fairy fire.
Then I will
Okay.
use advantage.
You get it back.
You get that
I
right
get
back.
it right back.
Yep.
So I'll take advantage on the first attack.
You still have that bardic inspo too.
I do.
That's a cog die.
That was... I have 19 on that, so...
That'll hit.
And that will... Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, definitely.
So 1d6... And this guy hasn't been hit before, right?
No.
Okay. So a grand total of 6 slashing damage
Okay.
on that one. And then my second attack,
Okay, the claws whip out.
I will... Ooh. I do not see where that went.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's cocked too. Anyway, it was off on the edge of the tray there.
Let's take it. 7 and 7 will be 14.
Hits.
Okay. And he's damaged now.
Yep, indeed.
Wow, you're going crazy
It was
with
one
the
off the
dice.
tray, unfortunately.
I didn't see it. There we go.
4.
4 and 2 is 6 plus another 5 will be 11.
Okay,
Bam.
solid hits all around. Your second set of claws fly out. You cause this big old gash in its abdomen, and it hisses as poison drips from its mandibles. Anything else for me, Jorvin? What would you like to do?
Well, that was my action and bonus action. So,
Okay. Did you want to move at all, or are you staying where you are?
No, I'm going to post up defensively in front of regardless.
Okay. Roar, what are you up to?
Regardless of the fact that I see this happening in front of me, I am going to pounce. And then I am going to, if that works, I'm going to bite.
Okay, all right. So the pounce, that's an attack, right?
Target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Gotcha, all right. Ooh, that's going to be a close one.
We got rerolls in case you make it.
Yeah.
Well,
It will not. Your feline body just slams into this thing's carapace and it just falls to the ground prone. What would you like to
if
do
it's
now?
prone, I can bite it.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to bite it.
Okay.
So it's-
And because it's prone, you get to attack it at advantage.
oh, sweet.
Nope, that's your D12.
I need a
There you
D10.
go. Yep, that's it.
No, I needed a D10 for that one.
Well, no, you have to attack first, right?
Oh, yeah.
That is definitely a hit. Did you want to fish for a crit?
Ooh.
I mean, you are striking with advantage, so you do get to roll that extra D20. Take the better result.
I'll take the first one.
No worries. That is still a hit. Let's see your
Well
damage.
enough alone. All right.
Do you mind if I just see it?
yeah.
Oh. Wow,
Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it?
I could tell how heavy it was.
Yeah, it's really
Great.
cool.
All right. So 7. So 7.
Is that made out of
13.
13. Okay. You send out
love
your
Avatar.
bite. You feel the crunch of the
Movie
spider's
Generation.
carapace in your jaws. Fluid and blood fills your mouth in this delicious taste. And you see this thing. I mean, it is horrible. She is a saber-toothed cat. Burying your large, your two large saber-like teeth into this thing. You take a good chunk out of it, and it looks like a good solid hit will take this one out.
Crustaceans are just bugs in the
Okay.
sea.
Hot diggity, yeah, Roar, get it.
Roar. Yeah, this ferocious large cat springs to action. Did you want to move, or are you gonna stay where you are?
I'm gonna stay where I am right now.
Okay. In that case, we are at the top of initiative. Alton, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run over there and stab it.
Okay, let's see your attack.
Wow.
It's on the ground. Yeah, that's so 16, so 24 total.
Okay, that hits.
10 damage.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't you tell us what happens when you take your second spider down?
I literally just right through the brain.
Okay, all right. And the same thing. Your blade cuts through it. It starts to phase in and out of the material plane as it goes into its death throes, and then its body just quakes dead. Now,
Sorry.
there should be an achievement for that. The forest is quiet for now, but from the look of things, you're pretty sure that there are more of these things around you. However, the web is currently unguarded, and you do see that there is an egg sac there.
How high up?
Grab it and run.
Yeah, it's only like maybe 8 feet up on one of the webs.
Oh
We
yeah,
need like 10 eggs.
Jorvin 8
So-
feet. You just gonna grab that?
So you 10 of
It's
these
you
eggs, you're pretty
standing
sure
on
that
my
a sac will
shoulders.
have that. So yeah, who's grabbing the eggs?
Hey, Strum, you've got a magical hand.
We need 10 of these?
How big? We need 10 of them?
Yeah. But the egg sac, I mean, it's this huge, like backpack size thing.
Oh, you need an egg.
You'll
a
get
bunch of eggs.
You'll get
I
10.
don't know. My mage hand can carry it. It might be
Alright.
too heavy. How much do we think it weighs?
You can try.
Well, I don't want to waste a spell slot if it's too heavy.
No, Mage Hand is a cantrip.
Huh?
Mage Hand is a cantrip.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you want.
Well, great. I forgot that.
So no
So
worries.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
The Mage Hand, launches
30 feet
out.
away, 10 pounds.
Okay.
That's what its max is.
It struggles for a little bit, but eventually this thing breaks off, and you have this egg sac full of spider eggs. Now, it seems to have torn the back. Some of the eggs are kind of like boom, boom, trickling down onto the
Oh,
ground.
this is a nightmare scenario.
Little translucent eggs, with little baby hatchling spiders in there, just writhing in as you grab this egg sac and draw it towards you.
I keep the mage hand the max 30 feet away from me.
Okay,
That is
all right, like that
somebody
Minotaur
else's.
heart that you were dragging along.
No,
right?
I got a great time with that Minotaur
Yeah,
heart.
sure,
This is a
okay.
very different nightmare
She
scenario.
made Jorvin cook it up so that everyone could eat it.
Yeah.
I didn't make him.
I did it of my own
You
accord.
really
Stop
did.
putting words in other people's
I was
mouths.
debating whether to
like
give
how
any
you
kind of
put
like effect
heart
on
in
that
my
miniature.
mouth.
It's true. With that, you know what,
Right.
Jordan, looking back on that in retrospect, that was incredibly rude. I'm sorry, I
Accept your
force-fed you,
apology.
Demon Heart.
I would like
Demon
love to be the
Minotaur.
Eggman, but like Cuckoo Chew, I have no opposable thumbs.
Yeah, I'll
We
carry
can just
it.
stick it to your back.
Yeah.
It's quite
Very well
sticky.
could.
You just see the spider sack with little Jorvin legs sticking out. Carrying it.
So the mage hand just comes down and just hands it to Jordan.
You're
Just
you're
grab it,
supporting the
it's-
top portion of it.
Okay,
You know.
I'm as far away as I can be, just being like. I would like to though, if I could. Can I collect any venom from the spider's mandibles?
I'm going to say that you can like if you have a small
can
vial. Yeah, you can squeeze a little bit out,
Okay.
but you're not sure how potent it would be. Like if you really wanted potent venom,
Potables for 100.
make me an intelligence nature check.
I keep doing these even though it's not my thing.
Table's got.
Can I
three
aid him?
rolls.
Can
Would
I
you like
aid
to-
her?
You got rerolls.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you
You know what?
use
Yeah,
the
yeah. As you inspect this thing.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
use my inspiration.
Well,
Can
now
I?
hold on.
Okay.
Jorvin is aiding you, so you get to
Okay.
roll with advantage.
Because
so roll
I
roll
because
that second
they're
D20.
they're my they're one of my favorite beasts, and I have
It does
Reroll that.
proficiency.
Reroll that. Thank you, Mon and
And
Chow,
it's,
for the bits.
Oh yeah,
Thank
Martin
you.
Chow,
Oh my
thank you
god,
very
thank
much.
you.
They covered up
Can
the
I
thing.
use one
can't
of the
see it.
table reroll?
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
Let's use this
because
one.
you're getting advantage, do you reroll at advantage?
Yeah, she rerolls
So,
at
yeah,
advantage.
there you
Oh,
go.
I
Reroll
reroll
it.
both of them?
Yeah. Rerolls are a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you roll a higher number than any?
I
Okay.
did. I rolled a 7,
Sure.
which I think is like 12 for me.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
With the 12, I mean, you
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 10.
Okay, no, that's enough actually. I mean,
No, it's
these,
cool.
these
Enough
are
for
not
what?
these are not complex creatures necessarily, besides the fact that they can phase in and out of reality. But
yeah.
but no,
It's the little things.
you know,
Yeah.
pulling the venom off of its
Otherwise, there's a bunch of
mandibles won't
dummies,
necessarily net you the amount you would need
Oh,
for poison.
what if I just pull out its mandible?
You could do that. Pulling out one of the glands from inside its head would do it, though.
Yeah.
So you could
give me
like
that.
carve some of that
If
sweet
I start,
gland
I
off.
feel like that'll break my concentration on the mage hand, though.
Just like
You
you
don't
cut open
need
the
no
spider.
concentrate.
Yeah, you just the mage
Does it
hand
require
just you're fine.
concentration?
Besides,
you
the
put
mage
it
hand
on-
is with Jorvin. I
Yeah.
mean, the sack is with Jorvin.
Yeah,
now.
we've set the sack down and we're helping you with that thing, and then we're gonna go back for the sack.
Sure. So yeah,
Okay.
you want to just kind of like cut a bit of this thing's cheek off and like save it
Yes.
for later.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
have both of their glands? What's that?
If you put it on Alton, does it make him Glandalf?
Jorvin in like the silence of the forest is just clapping.
The story just pauses for a second while everybody enjoys this moment.
But wait, who's Glandalf?
Like Gandalf, but Glandalf.
But strong
in
as
character.
So I'm like, what's Gandalf?
Actually, it'd be more
What's
like
a Glandalf?
half Glandalf.
Yeah.
Some only half.
With the 10, I'm going to say that
He doesn't know who his
What?
parents are.
Glandalf the Great.
I know who my parents. I know who my parents are.
Oh, you do?
I just don't
you
like
know
I thought
who
that
your
was one of
parents
your
might be,
arcs.
right?
No?
That was-
No,
Oh,
I know
okay.
who they are.
Oh. Well, then never mind.
No, I don't like my father.
Stop trying to give
Okay,
him a
yeah, there we go. I thought you were- I
I
thought there were some issues in some part of that familial.
He was raised in an orphanage. It was a sad.
He knows who his parents might be.
No,
Nothing.
I know who
He knows-
they are.
So
Okay.
how many sacks do I
I'm
have?
going to say that you kind of just cut off. You
You
cut
what?
off. You cut off the portions of this thing's face, like close to its mandibles. You would have to. You're pretty sure you've got a couple of them, a couple of these poison glands, but you'd have to inspect to see how intact they
Sure.
are when you get back to
Yes.
Sure.
less tense situations.
Well, let's be going now, and
Yeah, there
pick
is
back
a
up
sort
the
of
sack and we start on our
rustle
way.
in the trees around you again as you kind of snap back to the moment
Let's go!
and pick yourselves up.
Run away!
Alright. what about
Okay,
the-
so
were you
you
telling
have
us?
you
Oh,
have
what is it?
I thought that was
retrieved.
a command.
Pick yourselves up.
You have retrieved two of the ingredients. You just have the ghost orchid and the widow's weeds to go.
And they're together.
They are generally.
So should we not tell that
Now,
ape man that we murdered two creatures? Because I feel like he would be upset about that.
They
feel
tried to
like-
eat us.
I feel like he would understand because it was like self-defense.
Also,
but
those
like
spiders.
also like
Gross.
maybe don't talk about it because like they're spiders, but they're still animals and like
They
we're
seem
animals.
like beasts to me.
Well, we probably think you're a beast too, who goes around slaying spiders. Oh well, I slayed one too, but we're not going to talk about that because that's
No, don't worry. I killed both of them.
Specifics.
I mean, you could have handled it, and then I sort of kill it.
How about we keep all of the things that happened on the adventure, and snitches will get stitches.
Fair enough.
Snitches will get stitches.
oh.
Deal.
I've
Common
heard that.
phrase.
past life
at the
that you're
academy.
hearkening to that is rapidly coming
Listen
back
to
to
me.
you.
You don't.
Go.
You don't become top boy.
Now
by
I'm just
snitching.
imagining what cat jail looks like.
Ooh.
No one
Wait.
goes to cat jail because they get stitches on their lips.
You know, you only saw a little bit of Derwit's territory. There could be a lot more that you haven't seen yet. I'm just saying.
Are you threatening us?
No, I'm just saying. So, you break out from this portion of the woods, and you make your way towards the last ingredient.
2 ingredients.
Yeah.
Well,
the
now-
the ghost orchid and the
Two
widow's
birds, one stone.
weed. Yeah.
as you
Ooh.
start to.
I could get hit with
multiple stones before dying.
Yeah.
I'm really sure of it.
I believe you.
Someone throw rocks at me.
No, please. No, we don't have to. You can't pick a...
Kiss him in your jaws and you're like,
It's just looming up.
bat them from the ground upwards with a big heavy, saber-tooth.
Dude, a fucking saber-tooth tiger just picking up a big boulder and flat, with its just neck that's
full
just
force of
big
the
muscle
jowls.
and the jaw.
I must admit that's a pretty awesome idea, and I think I may have to put that in an adventure sometime.
Stone-wielding saber-tooth.
Sure. So,
I could hit it with my little saber tooth tusk.
You could golf it at me, yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You could... I almost said crochet it at me. Wait.
You
You could crochet with those too!
Oh.
Stop. If they can unhinge a little bit.
You just gotta link the ones
no,
around.
you have claws. You're smart enough to kind of do one of those.
To help me with little.
Back at her den, there's just nothing but half done
Doilies.
Crocheted stuff, yeah.
I'm working my way up to an Afghan.
I'm gonna donate all of these to a local saber shelter. There's some cold saber-tooths out there.
Clothe the tigers.
So let's see. You start making your way towards where the ghost orchid and the widow's weeds grow.
I'm just picturing a bunch of saber-tooth tigers in macrame now. I really can't. It just keeps getting better.
I'm learning how to
It's Rora's
tie-dye.
macrame circle. I love it.
And what is the backstory? Is there's poachers. All their pelts have been stolen, so you're replacing their pelts with these crochet or knitted or macrame.
I also make booties.
Conservationists shave all of them so that they can't be poached.
There you go. And then they use the shavings to weave the thread all at once.
We have a show for it.
What's
where
it
we
called?
do it in the desert, and it's called Shaving Throw.
Oh. Meta.
Why throw them? Why throw them?
Because that's another word for a blanket.
Yeah,
you call
it's
it
a
a
shaving
throw,
throw.
and so it's a shaving throw. They shaved them, and
Wow.
so we can make a throw for them.
I'm here to ask the jokes to be explained so that everyone else at home who doesn't get it.
Actually, they
it's a
got
service.
it.
person,
Yeah,
one other person
exactly,
at home.
yeah.
It's a service.
Yeah, we
I
care
get it.
about our
Every
viewers
time I
here on
get it.
saving throws.
No,
For you.
Vanna in particular cares about our viewers here on saving
many
throws.
English as a second language viewers, so sometimes puns are hard.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
I feel if you
Thank you,
explain a
Elizabeth
joke,
Smith.
it
Thank
makes
you
it
very,
way
very
funnier.
much.
Saving
Okay.
throw pillow.
So
Saving throw pillow.
now, as you start walking
Saving
towards the
throw
next portion of the woods, you
do
see
it.
that the sun is beginning to because of this little altercation with the spiders. It's taking just a little bit of extra time. It took me a little bit of extra time with the griffins as well, formulating that plan. The sun is beginning to set behind the mountain range to the northwest, and the light's beginning to get low as you cross into this next portion of the forest.
Chrissy was thinking about the sun and where it sets and where it don't set.
No, I didn't. He said northwest, and I was like, Kardashian?
Oh.
Now,
Okay, I was thinking about where the sun sets.
okay.
Don't project your projections on me.
Well, I had the thought, and you made the face my brain was making. So.
That's why I can't control what's about to come out of my mouth face. Northwest generally.
Northwest, the baby.
That baby's had more modeling experience than me in her short 3 years.
I do not know what that baby looks like. Is that
She's really cute. She's got great hair.
Roar,
Can I have it?
you've Rory. Now, just to let you know, you've been around these woods enough to know that
Regardless, I need to know what to do.
Oh, sure.
Huh?
Well, ghost orchids
I want
are
that
generally
baby.
invisible. Like, they spend most of their lifespan invisible. Under moonlight, they glow. They glow slightly, so that you may be able
What
to see
color?
them. Just this sort of amberish
green?
light. Like this amberish, almost like it's stored a little bit of sunlight, and then when the moonlight hits, it releases some of that sunlight.
What's happening now?
When
Now,
the moon hits your butt like a big...
that's
a
ghost orchids. Wow. Oh boy.
Oh,
And welcome to our little song and dance show, everybody.
I couldn't resist people.
It wouldn't be an episode of Ironkeep if we didn't put a human butt on an animal. So,
True.
congratulations.
Thanks.
Nice.
Ghost
we
orchids?
never,
Okay.
so you know this rare flower
Welcome to
again,
the
is
family.
naturally invisible. Direct moonlight does illuminate it slightly, but it doesn't make it, fully visible and easy to see. Now you also know, and you know this by exploring, that widow's weeds are extremely toxic and weep this really strong contact poison.
Oh, what the fuck?
The widow's weeds.
I totally knew all of this.
Sure, it grows in a very prodigious
ganja?
vine, kind of, that just gets all over the place. So when widow's weeds grow, they don't just grow on the ground; they kind of crawl their way up trees as well. And so you would be best to avoid these weeds. Now, do you convey this information to the rest of the party, or how much of the information do you convey to the rest of the party?
Watch out for the weeds.
Why? What's wrong with the weeds?
One time I was coming through here and some stuff happened and the ghost orchids are hard to see. But I don't remember. Yeah, so we should be careful.
Oh, my stomach.
Wow.
I had Taco Bell before. Something's happening inside of me.
Chalupa's revenge.
It's that Minotaur spicy
Potato
Minotaur.
burrito.
Your
Wow, that
actual
was
spicy
actually
potato
spicy.
burrito.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Okay, so as you lead them towards this portion, you do start to see signs of these widow weeds, growing along trees. First, they're sparse and easy enough to avoid. As you get closer and closer to where this ghost orchid grows, it gets thick, and it looks like it would be pretty difficult to navigate or to avoid these things.
So, how are we, if we need 2 pounds of a thing that we're supposed to avoid, how do?
What's the range of your...
Mage hand?
Yeah,
30 feet?
Yeah, I think
30.
that's
Well, the widow's weeds go through
But it's only a
the
minute.
ground. And they're going to protect the
Yeah, but
ghost
we just need to pluck it and bring it to us and
Sure.
put it in something.
Also, yeah, and it can only get a pound at a time, so I'd have to cast it a few times.
But the widow's
How
weeds
heavy
is
would
gonna
an
get
orchid
you.
be?
Or I'm sorry, it carries 10 pounds. No, but it says we need 2 pounds of the widow's
Of the widow's weeds.
Oh, okay.
And you need 1 bulb of the ghost orchid.
The widow's weed might wrap around you once again, so be careful.
Wait, grab us?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's...
To keep us it kind of works in conjunction as a defense mechanism for the ghost orchid. It protects it, so you gotta
Oh, they're
be
symbiotic?
mindful. Defers to the voiceover.
I don't know what that means.
There's obviously some sort of relationship between the ghost orchid and these widow's weeds.
Trouble in paradise.
Maybe the ghost orchid sets out some kind of pheromone that just helps the widow weed grow more prodigiously around the area. But nothing that you've encountered, at least walking through here. Nothing harmful from the ghost orchid that you could tell.
Because
Now, these widow weeds, again,
where my ghost orchids grow,
Yeah.
and nobody knows but me.
Well, it's
You get it?
So yeah, how would you like to
just
handle?
for chat, what is that a reference to?
You know the song is love grows where my rosemary grows and nobody knows it but me, but it's
Is this a vaudeville reference?
no, it's a
Wait.
legit because love grows where my rosemary goes
Dom guy?
and nobody
I'm not
knows
sure this is a good
but-
sign.
It's because I'm old.
Oh,
I've got a wide range of references for
I will
songs.
refuse to comment on that. Let's see. So yeah, how would you like to approach the situation here?
What do
Rapier?
you think we should do, Ror?
Rapier?
Hmm?
Don't you have a rapier?
Yeah.
Can't you use it to
It's not a... it's a...
I mean, if you adjusted your wrist a little bit,
Yeah, give it a little
wouldn't
bit of
it
a
be
twirl
thing?
and a spin.
Yeah,
Get creative.
Yeah.
Like when I use my fork.
I mean,
Spaghetti.
Yes.
if we
My
could,
spaghetti fork.
if you want to if we want to cut away some of this weed, that's fine. I mean, that doesn't seem. I mean, that's going to be challenging, but I think the first priority should be getting the ghost orchid because that's probably going to be the hardest one.
Well, we can help because it ain't no fun if the homies can't get none.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand anything you just said.
Are you okay?
We'll just carefully go through and just song.
You don't know.
I've got claws, all and you
Wait, I thought you said we weren't supposed to touch it.
Well, why don't
Not with your person.
why don't we get?
Like your paws are your person or your
My paws
saber?
aren't my
Yeah,
person.
but they're extended away from my actual
I pretty
So
much have
off.
pick
Right.
hairy gloves.
We could also,
okay.
speaking of extended, my friend here has the ability to summon
Me?
a magical hand. Other friend. I have multiple friends.
Okay.
You have so many great features. Why is it Lowstorm here? My avian friend here can summon a magical
Why
hand.
do people keep calling me that?
My bird friend here.
I've got a name. And she knows it. It's Strum.
I know
Do
this.
you not know my
I
name?
know, it's Strumthorn.
I know your name.
I know your name.
What is it then?
Strumthorn.
Oh, okay.
Strumthorn.
What's your name?
It's Alton Newberry.
Do you not know his name?
And he
I
sort of
forgot
starts
it.
to crawl lower and lower in the
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know any of your names.
It's fine.
I'm Jorvis.
Except Strum.
The
You other two don't.
the
matter.
entirely magnanimous Strumthrum
What'd you call me?
magnanimous can summon an ethereal
Is that
hand.
a dirty word?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
Talking about my
To
bones
be around
again?
people with education.
I think he thought
It's a
you said
two-syllable-piece word.
magnanimous.
What about my acronym?
Okay. Strumthrum can have a magical hand grab the flower.
It has a name.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
wait, the invisible hand has a name?
Yeah.
What's
You've never
that
noticed
name?
I apologize.
It's Jeffrey.
Oh, I did not know that. I apologize to Jeffrey.
Okay, new plan. We get Jeffrey to get
Jeffrey.
the flower.
Jeffrey can get the ghost orchid.
Okay.
Then we can start to worry about how to get this weed, which it seems like will be an easier step when we don't have to climb through it.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Can we get close enough to the orchid to have Jeffrey?
30-foot range.
Okay.
And when that question gets asked, all your heads turn towards the patch of widow's weed, and you see that it is growing in about a 50-foot diameter clump in this grove. So the
and the orchid's
ghost
in the
orchid would
center?
probably grow right in the center.
Okay. And is the grove is the grove in like an open field, or are there essentially trees?
Sort of, yeah, exactly. There are trees around it. I'm gonna say that like the center, maybe like the center 30 feet of that 50 feet is just completely open. But in the rest of that radius, there are just trees kind of dotting around again, vines wrapping around it, and you're just on the outside of that.
Okay. Strumthrum. Would
Are you
you?
gonna call me avian?
No, no, not at all. I'm debating on whether or not it should be me or you, but we may want to use a rope to lower one of us over the orchid to get close enough.
Ba-da-ba.
Yes, we're going to Mission Impossible it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. We have no idea what that
I
form
hope it's
of
not
media
impossible.
It's an echo of a memory of.
It's a song I wrote. You don't
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it?
is. No, it's a
I
great
love it.
song.
Gets me
She's
pumped.
playing it. She's playing it on her.
Bum, bing, 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 bing.
Okay, so
Sorry,
yeah.
what did you
who's-
say? What?
So I'm gonna say that the canopy rises up above the floor of the forest where all of these widow's weeds grow. I'm gonna say it rises about 40 feet up.
Okay.
Like the lowest branch is 40 feet up above that.
Really
So
doesn't
you're
want
saying-
us me to use the mage hand.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find interesting ways for us to be able to get into the field without.
Why does it matter if it's interesting?
What? Well,
How about just effective or
Yeah.
productive?
That
I agree.
Sorry, I mean, like we
This
we
isn't
have
a
to think
performance.
outside the
It's life or
box. when it-
death.
Never mind.
Glowstorm's life is at stake.
I give up.
Oh.
Sorry.
Like badgers, am I right?
What?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
badgers, right?
Right.
That's why I killed this one.
That's right.
You haven't told her the story.
And we've been walking in the forest for a couple hours.
That's
She's heard the
true.
story
Several
40 times.
She loves it.
I like have this overwhelming urge to like keep my paws to myself and away from Badger.
So you're
No opposable thumbs mean you can't choke me.
So you're
But I can
suggesting.
bite you.
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you
Oh, part
suggesting
five.
that we that one or more of us scurry amongst the trees, and then someone is lowered on a rope?
Possibly, that's one thought. And it's just going out into the field may be hazardous. If she's saying that the the other one, the widow's weeds, will grapple us and pull us down or poison us or whatever it was that was the dangerous part that she was talking about. That I've
Because your elf
Only
has a
half
knife
listened.
you can't use.
It's not a knife. It's a rapier. It's a
It's
precision weapon.
It's like
It's a piercing blade.
it's a blade.
It's
Like,
a metal
you can
stick.
take the blade and be like
It's essentially a little metal stick.
with the pointy side, right?
Yeah, it's got some pointy sides.
I mean, I have a sword. That's what we need.
I have claws.
Mm.
Sorry, I should have said that sooner.
Like you're supposed to be the brains of the operation.
I'm not sure how that happens.
I think it's because you like have pretty much solved all of our problems while they just kind of like act like they are.
What? I never said I solved anything.
No, I've told you repeatedly. All I do is stab things.
You also said that all you do is lie, so that's two
Case in
things.
point.
So you lied about doing one thing.
Aha.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Strumming is deep in thought. Little Kenku hand,
How-
on the hilt of your sword.
So, the sort of like, is this like a briar bush, or something, or is this like, are there like patches to this?
You could very well. I mean, the floor isn't completely covered. You could very well step into little patches, but it's like doing it's like hopping from the when you're in football training and the spare tires are on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know sports, so
Yeah,
anyway, it's
because
like that.
we like
Yeah,
sports,
exactly.
the
It's-
football training.
So yeah, it's
Well, it's-
just
it's
like that.
It's an
Sure.
agility drill.
Just like goat ball.
Right.
It's very
football.
it's very similar actually.
I don't know. I remember it from a dream.
This reminds me a lot.
You guys
of,
have a shared dream that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They would
You all had a shared dream.
They
Didn't
would
you,
take-
about a star falling and like stuff like that. So.
they would take
That was a dream?
in the academy. They would take cartwheels and lay them down, and you would have to run between them.
Ah, yes.
So
Was that
Just
when
like
you were
that.
top boy?
I mean, it's one of the many reasons I became top boy,
Ah, yes.
being the best at everything.
Can I be the top bird?
Yeah.
Have we already established that I was bottom boy?
I don't know.
There's a hush over the woods
Adamantly.
as every single creature kind of gets this awkward look on its face.
You hear a collective nod.
So, all right, the
So-
widow's weeds are in front. Now, mind you, again, the bulb of the ghost orchid is usually invisible unless it is in moonlight. Then it's illuminated.
Where are we? What time is it?
So yeah, well, the sun will be down. The sun is
10:30
again.
at
It's kind of like low on the horizon now, disappearing behind the mountains. If you wait maybe about another couple of hours, it will be nightfall, and the weather conditions look favorable to the moon
Oh,
appearing.
let's take a nap.
Well, guys, my suggestion was possibly be lowered down. Otherwise, I can just start hopping through and see how far
No,
I
I
get.
mean,
can
I
hop.
like that idea.
Yeah,
I
well-
only weigh 15 pounds or something.
Hollow
Stupid
bones.
like that. I do have hollow bones.
I'm
Oh,
25.
I weigh 90
I'm a little
pounds?
plump.
How do I weigh 90
Oh, you're
pounds?
medium.
I feel like I
even
did
as a
not.
bird.
Well, I made myself smaller than
I weigh 38 pounds.
I feel like I overdid my weight. Or
Yeah,
I'm like,
so did I.
What
I
am
think-
I
I think-
carrying around?
I think you said because
I'm pretty
Jordan,
plump.
Jordan's not medium sized. He's
I'm a
small.
tiger.
And I think you've
We're the
Yeah,
same
you're
height.
massive.
Yeah, so I think you were a small creature.
I'm 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, no, so am I. I'm small
You
as
should
well.
be. You should
I'm a
be.
beefy piece.
So
of
I shouldn't be
type.
90 pounds.
No,
Same.
because you're a small
Two.
creature.
And I have hollow bones. I don't know how much I weigh.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Anyway, I don't weigh a lot.
Okay.
We're taking a
So
nap.
who's are you waiting until nightfall then? And who's hopping in?
Oh,
I mean, if. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I feel like I've been trained for this, but if there's a better idea, I'm all ears.
I mean, according to Awesome Cat Lady, I've solved all the problems, so I think I'm just gonna lay down.
Okay, that's fine. You've done so much.
Okay.
So, Alton, would you like to man the rope while you lower me down to grab the orchid?
Is an elf
I think
a
he
man
was saying
though?
he wanted to do the.
He just wants to hop
But
through.
Like,
Like,
are you a man? Like, can an elf like be a man?
What
He
does
said-
it even mean to be a man?
I feel like you have to be like swift as a coursing river, with all the strength
Of a great typhoon? Oh, I've heard this proverb.
And then
Mysterious
It's one of the
as
songs
the-
they wrote.
Have you not? Have I not mentioned
Great
that I was
typhoon.
top boy at the academy?
Yes.
Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Be
I love
a man.
I love it.
Oh,
You should get on his back.
Oh.
Yoda.
I'm never gonna catch my breath.
And like
We
you,
didn't see right through me.
you literally,
What was I in school for cutting jam?
We're still
I'm scared to death.
you make that suggestion like looking off, and you say, "Or am I?" And then you look back, and I'm already on his back.
Or
There's a flurry of movement as all of a sudden Jorvin is on your back, clinging with these claws.
Oh, he is dug in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've made some popcorn. We're
What?
chilling on the sideline.
Okay. Well.
Stage 5 clinger over here.
So I'm just gonna
Is that
hold
the
on to
top
your
thing?
back while you hop from thing to thing.
All right. Why?
No reason.
Okay.
You might need, you never know what you might encounter in there. Okay, so, with your friend on your back, you start trying to make your way from open patch to open patch. Now,
This doesn't work out for you at all.
please make me a,
I can't look at you.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
You're adorable, and it mainly triggers funny shit in my head, and I can't like look at you without being delighted
Wow.
over some tiny thing.
please make me a dexterity acrobatics check.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know how
be
to flutter
keeping
my
an
eyelash.
eye. I'm gonna be essentially like watching his six. So I'm gonna be like
Oh,
looking
sure.
around for like any movement.
Fine. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
divine
Right.
movement,
Sure.
things like that.
Yeah, we'll take that. 17.
Okay, with a 17, you're able to make it about partway through, and then it starts growing thicker and thicker.
Just like me. Deeper you get, the thicker I get.
Good night, everybody. Anyway,
Horses.
let's see.
I'm like a chowder. A bread.
I don't know if that's
Like
a
a
good
thin
thing.
skin up top and then just very...
A chowder that hasn't been mixed in a while. It's settled.
Warm, viscous chow.
Wow.
Dude, that is me.
Okay.
I'm like a
That
Saturday
is a certain DM narration style that I have not yet picked up.
And we now see what the Griffin bile smells like.
Yeah,
Hot chowder.
Student named Griffin threw up hot chowder.
At least it wasn't clams.
Okay. So, Alton, seeing how thickly these vines are beginning to grow around you, the widow's weeds are growing around you.
They're
You can tell
growing
that
around you.
having Jorvin on your back might make pushing forward difficult.
Hey, buddy, you mind, like...
Getting off?
Yeah, like
Little
wait here.
late.
I'll throw it to you, and you can go back.
Yeah. And that way, if you don't make it, we can.
Yeah.
I'll get it the rest of the way.
This seems like a terrible.
You guys should be careful because those weeds are like growers, not showers.
Now, as this is all kind of happening, Strumthrum and Roar, are you just kind of like at the edge of this watching?
We're sharing a
friends.
fish.
Okay, fair enough. There we
Right.
go.
But we're doing
There
it
we
like
go.
Lady
You're
and the
like-
Tramp style.
Are we?
One
I
starts
don't
at the
eat a
tail,
lot,
the
though,
other
so
starts
it's
at the
like-
head. There are these horrible crunching noises as beak and saber
And I'm trying not to like
in the middle.
eat her.
That's
meat.
what I'm thinking. It's like you going like chomp and me just being like beep beep beep.
I'm
dodge.
going to I'm going to take my rope
Okay.
and I'm going to tie it around his arm, and I say, we're implementing the buddy system, so you go forward, but I'm gonna give you.
So if I fall, drag me through all of them.
Yes,
Please.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's the
You'd
plan.
be dragging him through everything as you reflexively like start yanking the rope in. Now, mind you,
Just don't reach the end of your rope.
Jorvin, as you step down carefully over his body, you are going to have to find a spot of your own. Please make me that dexterity acrobatics check.
Heck yeah, I'll use that too.
Those little feet.
That will be. Is it a save or just? Oh no,
just a
acrobatic.
check, yeah. Acrobatics.
So 5, 17, 18.
Okay, with an 18, you're
Nice.
able to, you're able to step away from him. You kind of give him a little bit room by finding another clearing, and you're small enough that you're able to kind of make your way into this clearing and just stand there. You have a rope in
Are you
your
sure?
hand, and is it tied to you, or is it just are you just holding?
I'm
the
just
rope?
kind of holding
Just
it.
holding it up. Okay.
You know, I'll hold on to it.
Please make me another dexterity acrobatics check as you try to make your way through. Oh,
Alton,
thank you
I
very
love
much.
you, but you're sometimes a terrible friend.
That escalated quickly. Is it one of you holding the other by a rope? It's like bad time to tell someone they're a horrible friend.
Well, because he wasn't even. I told him to tie it around his wrist. He didn't even do it. He's just like, oh,
Ooh, okay, a
made a
reroll.
Yeah,
sarcastic
that
comment
probably
about
would've
my
been
buddy
enough,
system.
Sure.
And I just feel like
But,
I was really trying to help him out, and
that's
he
worse.
just ignored it.
Oh no.
Table reroll.
Table reroll, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll take the. So that's 25.
Okay, that 25
Alright,
does
Don't
it.
worry. Okay, I'm sure I'll manage to find my way.
And drawing
Top
back
boy.
from your training, your wagon wheel training. The words "top boy" echo through the woods as you stand there, your arms outstretched.
Also because I echo it too.
Yeah.
He yells top boy, I say top boy! Top boy!
I'd say
Alright.
top boy in Jorvin's voice exactly.
That's awesome.
Top
And
boy.
so, in the canopy above you, a flock of birds just
I try to fly down.
Avian siblings.
flies up. Yeah.
Quit calling us that.
Disappears. You make your way to the center of this patch, and in the center of the patch, there is this opening. The opening's only maybe about 2 feet wide, and you see the roots of these vines, like of the widow's weeds, kind of radiating out. And again, this bulb is invisible. I mean, you're in there. It takes
Is
you.
Invisible.
Good night, everybody!
I want you to know I never do this. This is for you.
Special ability, yes. For
I'm
the-
not this person at the
I'm
The
filled
ghost
with bulbous
orchid.
joy.
I'm
Is
just a different person
invisible.
around you.
You made me want to be better.
I love it.
Oh, I love my life.
Okay. And the sun hasn't quite set yet, so you sort of have to feel around for it.
All right.
And I mean, no. I mean, it's you're there, and there's enough room around you that you're able to kind of just pat your. There isn't a whole lot of space for you to look for it. So eventually, you see.
Even an idiot could find it.
Yeah, you see Alton just off in the distance,
A little to the left.
awkwardly bent over, showing off his best traits to the party.
Roll for butt.
Roll for butt.
Roll for butt.
2d6.
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 Roll 2d6 and cannot lie.
Well, I mean,
Okay, no, that was a 6
Jay
and a 2,
Africa
right?
Jay Africa does the butt system
No.
different than Tom.
No, yeah, because each one, a d6 per cheek, so
Okay,
one
I'm
butt
gonna-
is just
I'm gonna
It's hard for
immaculate.
anyone
I'm
to
re-rolling.
implement the
I'm
long
re-rolling
system
the other
other
butt.
than
I'm
Tom.
re-rolling the other butt.
And the other butt, it's a
5.
6 and a 5,
Did you
so
just
yeah.
use a reroll to reroll one
Yes.
of your butt cheeks?
Yes. Yes.
You will not accept
Because
that
it
he
is
With it!
Baby got back.
canon. Best butt on the party.
Top boy!
Man.
He leans
Top
forward.
butt, top butt,
There is this
Top to
glint.
bottom, he's good.
Yeah. And as he leans forward, you don't know if it's a trick or the light or if he's actually modified his pants, but you think you see the words "top boy" knit on the butt cheeks.
Oh, like those little sweatpants
Sure,
with the
yeah,
words on
yeah,
the butt?
Juicy, but it's top boy.
Top butt.
There's very
One
there's a lot
one
of
says juicy and the other one says top
No,
boy.
it's
Juicy
there's
top
a lot of
boy.
history in
It's
that.
sewn into the pants, but because they're like the fabrics are almost the same color, you can only tell in this light.
In the moonlight.
Sure, yeah.
Literally in the moonlight. Just like the bulb.
You feel around, and eventually your hand wraps itself around
Honey,
this
I'm trying.
large, like,
What are you doing to me?
grapefruit-sized object that you can't see.
His booty?
Is
It'd be
that
two
big enough for
grapefruits.
that?
I know, yeah, grapefruit is... No. His would be much
That's
grander.
like
It'd
an
be like a
enlarged
small
testicle
watermelon.
or something.
I'm exploring Alton's buttocks a little too much in this segment. So anyway,
no,
you
no.
wrap
Are you
your
probing
hands. You wrap your Oh, boy.
The situation! The situation!
Confirmed alien.
Yeah. You wrap your hands around this grapefruit-sized object that you can't quite see. And the forest grows quiet as it ponders this moment. And you pull this thing off the ground. Well, there's this snapping sound.
Roar said if you touched it, it was poisonous.
No, that's the weeds.
I totally don't remember anything. To be
She-
quite honest,
She wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. Now let's see. You pull this, and as you pull this thing off of the ground, all of a sudden, this thing that was once invisible starts to materialize into this amber-colored bulb, translucent skin revealing layers of this bulbous object, kind of radiating inward. It has a little light that seems to glow inside, and as it dies, the light just goes out.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
And you see again these.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Roots, and it's kind of roots appear as you just yank this thing off the ground. What would you like to do with this ball? Top boy! What would you like to do with this ball? Are you just going to sort of traipse back through the thing with it?
Yeah,
or-
I'm gonna
yeah?
Great word.
Walk back.
Traipse, yeah.
Drapes.
It's a fun one.
Fun to use.
I'm gonna
Okay.
traipse through the drapes.
Traipse your
Catch me
last
some
drapes.
napes.
With Turin the apes.
Wow. Okay. Save that one for when you see it again.
Throwback!
Now, as you make your way through, please make me another dexterity acrobatics check to make your way through these weeds. Now, Jorvin, what are you up to as you see Alton pluck this thing off the ground?
I am just trying to be hyper vigilant about kind of watching around him for any movement of the weeds, because I'm it being my favorite terrain, I can
Sure.
at least try and I maybe a little bit more perceptive about specific movements, or just maybe something in the air or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
I'm trying to watch out for him as best I can, and I'm gripping on tight to the rope,
To that rope?
even if he's already let go of it.
Okay, sure.
Because you don't
No,
care.
I still have it. Just very lightly.
Bulb
Are
in
you
one
guys
hand,
still
open the
working
other.
through your emotional
You actually just have it
We
cuffed
are,
into
yeah,
a bracelet or
yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
It's like it's wrapped around my hand, but not in a knot.
I feel like you should, I know we're in the middle of this whole thing, but you should learn to listen to Badger's feelings, because you're a little narcissistic, but you have to be
Hey, I'm very narcissistic.
extremely, but he's sensitive. You need to be more a better friend.
And you're doing, you're having this conversation as you're stepping through. So what was
So
that?
you're
dexterity
yelling
acrobatics?
across.
11.
11.
Okay.
Be more mindful.
Yeah, you're
You,
yelling at me, and I'm yelling back, and
Consider other people's feelings.
I'm
You're
not paying-
you're almost at the spot where you drop Badger off. When as you're considering Badger's feelings, your foot snags on something. You feel a little bit of a yank, and looking down, you see one of the vines kind of wrapped around your toe. The leaf
What's your toe doing
that's
now?
around it, as your toe kind of pulls away, yanks away, instinctively. The leaf shakes, and you see this puff of something, spores or tiny seeds, just kind of launch in the air around you. Please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Do it for the
Wisdom.
vine.
You about to get high.
4.
4. Did
We
you
have
want
one
there's
table
one
read.
table
Yeah, I'll
roll.
take it.
Okay,
We have
all
one
right.
table one.
4.
Wow. Okay. You yank your foot away, And as these spores hit you in the face, you start experiencing this sort of hallucination. There is this horrific roar as, well, tell you what.
Roar?
What's a creature that you just are completely afraid of and can't stand?
And besides Jorvin.
God, bananas.
And it doesn't have to be anything necessarily from the catalog of creatures. It can be something that just is,
Bears.
Bear. Okay.
Yeah.
This huge bear,
right,
and
you're
it's
right.
not just any old bear. From seeing Turin,
Wait, what?
it is a dire bear. So this bear bursts out of that spot where you pluck that
bears
ball.
were not big enough?
Sure, yeah, this is an extra big bear. And it's got these bony protrusions sticking out of its body like just these horrible spikes. Its eyes glowing red with this furious anger, and you see it roar, spittle flying at you. You run off screaming through the rest of the weeds. And as that happens,
No.
Yeah, exactly. So, your grip tightens around the rope.
I won't let go because of friendship!
Let's see. And a couple of things happen at the same time. First of all, the weeds start to flip up, touching your skin. Please make me a Constitution saving
I'm just
throw.
imagining all of this chaos, and then it just pans out to you two, tranquilly eating the fish.
Mid-bite of the fish, just like...
24.
Okay, let's see. Poison starts to seep through your pores. You're going to take 4 points of poison damage as you run through. But fortunately, as you run through, you make it out. Now, the two of you are watching from the sides. You just see Alton start to freak out for no apparent reason. And Jorvin, you're holding onto that rope, right?
Yeah.
As he runs out, you feel yourself jerked forward. As he runs through, the same thing. These spores or seeds or whatever start to just puff from the leaves. So please make me a wisdom saving throw. Top boy.
Oh my god!
Is that his
It's
butt?
canon now, I think.
No, one, his drawings are amazing, but two, this is just this is top notch.
Uh,
Top notch.
It's top. Yeah,
Top boy.
there we go.
Top.
Wisdom save?
Make me a wisdom saving throw first of all.
Okay, this isn't magic, is it?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
just a natural psychotropic effect.
But I also do a lot of psychotropic.
I think he might have an advantage
sure.
on this. Actually,
Okay.
legitimately.
Fair. Make that roll an
has
advantage.
a problem.
Boom!
Is that why he's wearing so much badger stuff?
There's a lot of reasons.
He's going through some stuff.
Wisdom save will
Okay.
be a +3, 21.
Yeah, no, you're great. You know what? This
You love
familiar
it.
sensation.
My pupils go super large, and
Yeah.
then
And yeah, you haven't
dragged.
you haven't been this comfortable in days. Please, as you get dragged, please make me
drop
that.
the beams.
Leaves start, making contact with your skin. Please make me that Constitution saving throw at advantage as well.
God, keep it in your pants,
Okay,
Cam.
you're
it was
good.
literally a
Even
16 and a
even if
15,
you had to re-roll that one, and I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, con save would have been an 18 then.
Okay, yeah, no, you make it. You make it again. Your body has absorbed enough of these, weird mushroom shenanigans that you're able to shake off this the ill effects of this thing. You know what? You did succeed.
And have a
Hold on.
great
You're
time.
still gonna take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 24. And I'd take.
Can I mess with your roll still?
Take 3. Yeah.
Okay,
You,
I want to do that.
You would
I
like
don't
me to
want him
re-roll
take
the
disadvantage.
damage?
Yeah.
Can we do the damage?
Can we do that?
You can't do damage.
Okay, it's just
Just
like a
D20.
D20.
It's okay. So
Okay.
it was only 3.
It's
right?
only 3
That's
points
nice
of poison
of you.
damage.
Okay.
I tried to help you.
Try
That's
it.
okay.
Okay.
should've made
And
poison.
as Alton comes running out of these weeds, spores kind of spilling from his body, the little form of Jorvin being dragged by the rope through these things, the two of you just kind of whoa, back up, and he just kind of stops, hands on his knees, panting. Jorvin, when you open your eyes, you just see Alton's frame right there, kind of partial squatting in front of you, top boy filling your eyes.
I saved you from bear.
Thank you. And I give him a hug.
Oh, and as you kind of like turn around, that bear is still sort of down. And then it just kind of boom, just vanishes, disappears, leaving nothing but the sight of this weeds, a path just kind of torn through it.
Yes.
You made the bear go away.
Darn right I did. Best friends.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna kiss.
How many widow's weeds do we
I
need?
kiss him on the nose.
Let's see. You need
Yo,
what? 2
kiss
pounds of these
Booba?
widow's weeds?
We needed 2 and then 1 bulb of the ghost orchid.
Sure. So you've got the bulb of the ghost orchid. It's still in your. Oh yeah, it's still in your hand. I'm not gonna make a check to drop it back in the weed.
No, as soon as I saw the
think you
bear,
really
I
are on
gripped tight
psychedelic
on
mushrooms.
everything I was
yeah,
holding.
yeah. Ghost orchid juice is kind of trickling through your hand as you squeeze the sunlight out of this thing.
I think I broke Havana.
I wish you all could see how red y'all are right now.
I know. Yeah.
It isn't warm in here. On top of
Hilarious.
on top of the giggles.
This is why I keep doing this.
Giggle bits, giggle bits.
He's so stupid.
So, let's see. You also notice that having dragged Jorvin out of this, you've managed to uproot enough of the vines and leaves to be able to get the 2 pounds that you need.
Top boy.
What are
You just kind of scooped it up into a sack.
That top boy booty.
Top boy.
Top boy.
Top boy.
That is
what
canon
you
now,
gonna
right?
do?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no, top boy's been canon.
It's been okay. Awesome.
Man, he's a bad mom. She's
As the as the night starts to draw, deeper into the night.
Sorry.
What did
I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't mean to laugh. As the night turns into
Deeper night. Yeah, even more night. Yeah.
Darkest night.
You scoop up all of these ingredients and you bring them back to Derwith's camp, where you see Turin, and he is
dead.
yes. No, he's not dead. He's a stump. No, he's not a stump. He's got a post-it on him that says, I stumped. We'll be back in 3 days. If not, burning him.
They stumped him.
No, but you see that he has set up some sort of like little makeshift desk outside where he was cooking. He's munching on a little piece of this fruit, and he's kind of just scrutinizing the sky above. And when he hears you approach, he brightens up.
Okay.
What?
You're talking about the other one, Turin.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, I still thought you were talking about Derwith. I was like, there's a stump and he has like a desk and then...
That'd be best. He just couldn't figure out how to transform
He's
himself.
just a stump now.
He's just,
got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, a little yellow, like...
No. So, Turin, he hears you approaching. He says, "You're back. How was it? Did you get everything?"
Flawless.
Flawless! Wonderful! Did you kill anything while you were out there?
No.
No, wait. We're lying? Is that what we decided?
I'm still my pupils are so big. I was like, we killed the ghost creature.
Snitches get stitches.
Oh, sorry. No, there was no ghosts. We didn't. Oh.
What are snitches?
It was a
Turin sees this, sees your pupils super dilated and this sort of like, almost euphoric look on your eyes.
The colors, Duke. The
You
colors.
have not stopped dancing.
Let me guess.
It's the drugs.
The widow's weed, right?
Yeah, he got into it.
We made friends.
And he says, well, regardless, so I assume you got everything. Give me the ingredients, quickly. Pass
Bag.
it over. He will grab the bag.
Don't touch those.
And it takes him now. He says it'll take him about 8 hours.
5 years.
8 hours.
He's dead.
Fine.
5 years. Got it.
I know. Yeah. What's Stromberg's lifespan again? It's like pretty short. Isn't
It's
it?
not great.
Not 5 years. If the answer's not 5 years,
She
you're in
is
trouble. No.
Well into adulthood.
90 days.
It is going to take him. It's going to take him about 8 hours to brew this, and he's more than willing to work through the night to be able to make this this oil for you that will unpetrify Low Storm. And he says that with all the ingredients that you gathered, he's going to be able to make enough of this potion that he needs to sustain Derwith for a little longer at the very least. Derwith, he says, has not broken out of his altered form yet. He is still the stump in the middle of the druid circle. And so there seems to be more that he has to do, whatever's happening. Now, unfortunately, neither Turin nor Rora ever learned how to speak to the owls that were, Derwith's
The green
eyes.
shredders?
So no, the
Voyage
owls.
of the Green Shredder.
Oh, the owls. Sorry, I thought you were saying
Yeah,
owls.
you see what I did there.
I like it.
It's okay. They don't have much to say anyway.
I agree.
So he can't quite tell what's
Owls
going
are
on
so
at the lumber camp.
Her name is
with
Strum
Derwith.
What are you trying to prove, hubbub? Actions speak a lot louder than words.
So the long and the short of it is, Turin doesn't know when Derwith is going to come back to his normal druid form. Now, however, he says he is going to be able to brew that oil, and he says that having studied Derwith's notes on where the star fell, he has figured out that it is on the northern side, that it landed on the northern side of Mount Hotenau, at a place called Thurno Pass. He says, the one thing that I've heard from Thurno Pass, or about Thurno Pass, is that a group of Darrow had made their headquarters there.
And what Darrow?
Darrow are... Well, they are normally underdark creatures, but sometimes they rise up with who knows what kind of purposes. They are a debased sort of dwarf.
Oh.
And these dwarves, they have lived in the Underdark for so long, and they have worshipped strange deities for so long that they have been driven to madness.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
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 So...
In the Underdark by Jason Charles Miller stuck in my head.
Should we call him?
We're on speakerphone, but
I've seen the Underdark.
He says, the Darrow of Mount Hotenau, of Thurno Pass, sometimes they venture forth at night to capture slaves, stalk wild game, so you would be wise to watch your backs should you voyage there. He says, now, because of this great service that you have done for me here and for Derwith, and for the woods, therefore, I would like to offer help in making your journey to Mount Hotenau easier.
You're gonna make us all fly?
He's gonna give us fancy pants.
He says,
Fancy flying
Sure.
in some way, I can summon a pair of giant owls to fly you all there.
We've already established our...
That's just like flying, my little avian friend.
Her name's Strumthrum.
Strumthrum, avian Strumthrum.
No, it's just Strumthrum.
Strumthrum.
She's a people.
Bird
Well,
person.
not really. Yeah, I guess I'm a people. But like,
People, listen, you're like a people. Like everyone's a people.
whoa,
He's a people,
whoa,
I'm
whoa!
a
You've never touched me before.
He says,
people. You're soft.
I'm also covered in like vomit residual.
It's dry.
Oh yeah, it's flaking.
so he says, yes, you can indeed taste the snap of the wind against your feathers and the feel of the sky and the clouds as these magnificent creatures carry you, reducing your journey from several days to several hours.
Right.
Woohoo!
Okay.
At least your journey will be, when you get there, adorable.
Ooh, damn.
Wow, this is just... Anybody keeping a pun count out there?
Oh, that would have
If
been
you guys
smart.
would have been awesome. Next time we know.
Don't ever have
One of
me
you-
on if
yeah,
you don't
get
want
on
puns. Sorry, it's just who I am as a person.
Let's see. After about 8 hours, he works through the night. He's tired when you all wake up from your sleep. But he has that oil brewed, and you're able to return to Lowstorm. And after an application throughout throughout various points in her body, the petrification effect begins to wear off. It seems like it's going to take a little bit of time for it to do so. But you do see her skin starting to return to its natural color. And as she is being restored, Turin says, now, I remember one of you mentioning the books of prophecy.
Yes.
Whoa,
Now-
jinx, super jinx.
He says, give me 1 second here. Make sure I get this information right.
It says
He
you're
says...
all level 8.
Yes.
There is...
Jesus Christ.
Too furious.
He's got to shade that butt. It takes a lot of shading.
It's a hard ass.
It's
Broke
a-
that pencil.
It's a hard.
He is a bit of a hard ass.
Yeah, seriously. To be shared on Twitter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
it's
says,
amazing.
the books of prophecy. Derwith does not have them.
What the fuck?
They are, however, held by an eccentric man who's building a fort or a manor of some sort on the northeast slope of Mount Hodnow.
And all manner of things.
So he is this eccentric man. He is a purple-skinned gnome, if I recall, named
Ooh.
Warwent.
What was
Motherfucker.
what was his name?
Warwent.
He wasn't here for this.
Not thinking
Oh,
of
I thought Kyle maybe would just know Warwent.
No. Warwent's from our previous campaign.
Oh, Tom made him up?
Pretty sure.
Oh,
Came from somewhere.
he was in
So, yeah.
everything. I just thought
Kyle.
he was canon.
Warwent.
Okay.
He said,
The elusive Warwind. Never caught him.
if you are able to investigate the star, you would surely trade the star for the
He's
books.
building a fucking Ironkeep.
It's all come
Wow.
full circle.
Yeah.
And so, with that, he says, now my friends, you are all masters of your own destiny.
Thank you.
And he says, where does the next leg of your journey take you? Once again, I have owls that I can provide for you once your friend is completely unpetrified.
Well, the manor of. Well, wait. Do we need to find the star first to take to Warwind to get the books of prophecy? Or
I think we need the... I mean, the star is supposed to help us unlock the books.
Okay. So then we need to go to Thurno Pass first. Then.
I mean, they're both in Thurnham.
Oh, okay. Well, no, he was saying that the manor was at the base of Mount Hootnow.
Oh, okay,
Thurno
yeah,
Pass was.
North of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple of separate locations.
So Thurno Pass, everybody.
Star first?
Start first.
Alright.
Okay. There is this sort of loud gasp from Lowstorm, and you hear her say, "Worthy of," and then kind of come back to her senses. What happened?
You know,
Within 2 seconds, I'm like slapped onto the leg. Oh, Lowstorm! Oh, we almost lost you. I can't believe it. Don't ever go again. Oh, Lowstorm.
Now, and as you revel at the sight of your friend returning back to life, a heavy hand falls on your back again, Rora, and you see Turin say, "Well, bestie, that's a rather good feeling being able to help these folks, isn't it?"
Yeah. Totally.
And he gets this sort of like warm look on his face as he lets out this loud whistle, and from somewhere in the woods you hear the flapping of giant wings as 2 owls start to approach
No
from the
shade.
sky.
No shade. Just to me specifically.
You're the only bird that doesn't have wings.
Oh, you meant the owls. The owls probably are throwing that in my face. Honestly.
We've already
These
established the
grand
owls are
creatures.
dicks.
Yeah,
They're
these
super-
these
owls
large
are
grand
super
creatures
petty.
swoop in. Yeah, these owls. Yeah, we'll see how the journey goes.
Please roll for petty.
As they, well, I'll leave that up to Tom to
How
sort of
petty
figure
are
out
these
the attitude of these owls. As these large figures set onto larger branches and trees up above, you all start, again, Jorvin, you're wrapped around Lowstorm's legs. The two of you are giving her, general celebratory gestures as well. As the scene fades to black, and we end our session.
Wow.
Before that, should I be concerned that every time we're sent to find someone, they turn out to be dead, and we go, oh well, and we move on? I feel bad.
Well, you are a malignant narcissist, so it's kind of fitting.
Makes sense for you.
It's true.
What about us, though?
Yeah.
Monsters.
Well, but yeah, Derwith isn't dead though. He's actually helping. He's
Grand Druid.
He's fighting the demon. Well, we've known the Grand
Druid, Shelfie, and then it's like, help us at this
Shelby's
fort.
not dead.
Yeah, they are.
Shelby's just a new person.
Yeah, they're a new person now.
They were kind of dead, but and then they like go to the fort, and now the fort's burnt down. And then
Well, they deserve.
And then it's like we almost got the Green Treaders slaughtered.
But they made it.
They saved him, and then it's like, well, go find Derwith. Derwith will have all the end. Well, he's dead.
He's not.
And on that note, just be
aggressive.
Positive.
Be aggressively positive.
Be
And-
aggressive.
and also,
aggressively
Snitches
positive.
get stitches.
Very true.
And you, you
Great ancient proverbs.
built your
Snitches.
vocabulary well here today, Strum.
Fuck.
And Ironkeep Chronicles. So, all right, everybody, thank you very much for joining us for this week's installment of Ironkeep Chronicles. I would like to thank you all for watching the show, for supporting us with subs and bits. I would also like to thank all of the mods for keeping the chat clean, safe, welcoming, and accessible for new viewers, and for keeping it accessible for the rest of the community as well. Tell you what, let's give a hand to our players here. So, tell you what, why don't you let everybody out here know where they can find you, what you're going to be up to, anything you'd like to promote, any streams or any games that you'd like them to come and check out. If you enjoyed today's game, please check out everybody's material as well. Kyle, why don't we start with you?
I check me out on Twitter. I'm at KJC Illustration. I already post up some of the doodles I did today, as well as a Top Boy doodle that will be coming up once I work out a little bit more detail.
Gotta get that booty perfect.
Gotta get that booty just
Do you know Del Toro
right.
spent like 3 years on that Fishman's butt, so.
Yeah, Venture Brothers is airing right now. So please go check that out. We all worked really hard on it, and
Can you say what your function in that was?
oh, I did color and lighting for it.
Oh, awesome. That's so cool.
Like the dope cartoon.
It's a great looking show.
Wow, I love that.
And freaking just have fun, everybody. And next person.
Have fun, everybody. I love that.
It's so selfless.
Christina.
I won't be.
Hi, my name is Christina Ariel. You can find me on the tweeters at Christina Ariel, KRYSTINA ARIELLE. And you can find me starting this Sunday on Roll20 on the Star Trek RPG. You can find me on Monday nights on Facebook.com/NerdBotMedia, where I host Nerd Talk Live every Monday at 9 o'clock. On Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, I'm on Encounter Roleplay on Vampire the Masquerade Carnival of Blood. Followed by, starting next Tuesday, Sirens of the Realms is back on twitch.tv/D&D. So we'll be back at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. And on Wednesdays, I sleep.
I'm so glad
That
you
is the
sleep.
special sleeping day. That's awesome.
So-
Yes, and I'm here, so I like you guys that much.
Yeah,
I
thank
like
you very much
you
for
that
joining us
much,
for
Miss
this session.
Sleep.
So, Havana.
That's 3 games a week you're in?
4
At
as of
least.
next week.
4.
Wow, that's
You're
awesome.
on some.
With Spire- with
You're on
Sirens
4
coming.
too.
And I was on
aren't
Dice
you,
Camera
Kyle?
Action last night. So that was a good episode. I played Alisanda on Dice Camera Action.
You played Elisand?
Alisanda?
Oh, Alisanda. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
All
it was
right,
a
gotcha.
level 20
Yeah.
paladin.
Oh, wow. Actually, okay.
Level
all right.
20.
Wow.
Level 20. I rode in on the
Explain
T-Rex. I rode in on the back of a T-Rex. Chris Perkins smiled. It was amazing.
Oh my god. GG.
Happy birthday, Posh Panda.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, thank Yeah, nice. Happy birthday.
Did you say, oh, thanks?
Yeah, on every birthday. Every birthday's my birthday.
It is a birthday thing,
Yeah.
for sure.
They're all for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, Havana. So where can
I
people
like that
find
a lot.
you and where can people view your material?
I am live 6 days a week over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Havana, VANA. Play variety games. We just started Life is Strange 2 today. So that's good. We do some narrative stuff. We do RPGs, sometimes roleplay stuff, and just anything under the sun. So come hang out there. And you can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/HavanaRama, HAVANARAMA. And then I post where I'm going live on my Twitch channel and all the other projects like here and a couple other places. And then on October 9th, I'm going to be GMing a 3-part series of Pugmire, which is going to be super fun. So I hope you guys tune in for that. As of right now, the cast is Amy Vorpal and Omar Najam and Kelly Nugent. And we just added Megan Caves Counterman to the roster. So it's going to be really great. Tune in for that. And it's going to be super fun. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Don't look at me. Huh?
What? I mean, you know when my birthday is. Is it when your birthday is?
Your birthday passed already.
Eric, where can people find you?
People can tune in next Tuesday for the last in the 3-parter of our Changelings of the Lost Chronicles of Darkness game, The Garden of Good and Evil. And if you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes, they'll be up on VOD on YouTube if you want to catch up there. That's 8 p.m. here on Saving Throw Show. Or you can catch me on my own personal Twitch channel, mostly Eric on Twitch, where I stream variety games. Right now, I just got Breath of the Wild, so we're playing through Breath of the Wild. And you can always catch me on the social media, mostly shit.
All right. I would also like to extend special thanks to Dom.
Yeah!
behind the screen,
I got jokes!
moderating everything.
was gonna
Dom,
whistle, but I can't
how
do
can
it.
people find you? I don't think we don't usually. Okay, all right. Well, if you want his information, I'm sure he can put it on the chat. Let's see.
I'll write down his home address right now.
Oh, sure. There you go. Yeah, social security number, mother's maiden. Anyway.
Oh, October 4th, NYCC. If you're there, holla at me.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Just that one day?
I'm going on vacation.
That's the one day that that she can.
That's the only she's gonna be there
I'm
every day,
available
but
for one
only
day.
on that day. Can you say hi to her?
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Are you gonna be in cosplay?
I am.
What are you gonna be
Ooh.
cosplaying as?
Not telling you.
Okay. All right.
I love that
It's a new one
character.
then?
Huh?
It's a new one then?
Yeah, it's a first time. It's
that's so cool.
Yeah, so I will get fit for it before my flight, and I will take off and hope for the best.
Wow, that's
But
awesome.
let's just say it's gonna be marvelous.
I've got some friends going, so please get a
Alright.
picture with.
So
Christina and her
if you
awesome
guys
dog.
are if all y'all out there are curious as to what Christina's cosplay is going to be, follow her on Twitter. I'm sure there are going to be pictures sooner than later, October 4th. I myself am Dungeon Master J Africa. You can follow me on Twitter at J Africa. If you'd like to see my exploits in pictorial form, I suppose you can follow me on Instagram at TransplantAsian, or feel free to send me a friend request or a message if you have any questions about this session at all. I love answering questions about D&D. You can send me a direct message on Facebook. My profile is public. It's just J Africa. Find me.
This is terrifying. I'm sorry.
Just giving myself. Yeah.
Social's coming. Hold on, I interrupted you.
Sure, no worries. No worries. So let's see, Christina. Just to let you know, we end every episode of Ironkeep Chronicles with a Let's Dungeon. Care to join us for that one?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so until next week, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for all your support. We will catch you next Wednesday when Tom will once again return to the DM's chair. But until then, let's dungeon!
Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high. He's the master of concealment and an adept at disguise, which heroes is when he's seeking faster, that's